Hello! We were just double checking that I was on the right mic input because it was acting funny. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Shards of Nyrn, Season 4. This is Episode 15, The Wasteland, here on Dork Tales. Thanks for being patient. We had a couple of tech things, and we're still having a couple of tech things with the new setup. Because now, for the first time ever, the Shards of Nyrn is broadcasting through Ping, which is beautiful and lovely. Look at everybody. But it does mean that I have to redo some of our background effects. And you can only really do it live because that's showbiz, baby.
Yeah, funnily, it really doesn't like my black pillow on my
no, it really doesn't. I'm gonna fix
chair.
that in a second. There we go. Fix Kat's background without erasing her face. All right. So hello, everybody. I am your Dungeon Master, Kelly. I'm excited to be back here. Welcome back to the Shards of Nyrn. This is Casual Tuesday, the only game where we do not costume up. So I hope you sit and enjoy that. Folks, we are going to be hopping in just a second. But before we do, let's do a quick round of introductions, some announcements, and then I'll remind you of the story thus far that you actually probably heard most of a minute ago, but there are a couple of details I want to mention before we jump right in. But first, let's go in a big circle, introduce ourselves, starting with Christine.
Question first. Why does Robin get to be special and have a different background?
Oh, because I didn't copy it over because it didn't copy over.
Because I'm special. I'm the
newbie. I recognize that one from when we were discussing title cards. She got to be extra special. But hello,
I'm just ahead.
I am Christine. I use she, her pronouns. And in this game, I'm playing Malia Sunsworn, our Dwarven Tempest Cleric of Vela. And it's been so long since I've gotten to say that, and I still managed to do it all. Yes.
All right. Let's pass over to Amy.
Hello, I am Amy. I use she, her, they, them pronouns, and I am playing Tia Armstrong, the half-orc Circle of the Moon druid. Well, really quarter elf, quarter orc, half human. Neither here nor there. And I'm so excited to play her again. I love my girl.
Nice. All right. Down to Kat.
Hey everyone, my name's Kat and I use she, her pronouns, and tonight I am going to be playing Asen Rightwing. She is our half-elf Gloomstalker Ranger in the group.
Nice. Welcome back, Kat. Over to Winter.
Hi, that's me. I play Mars, the tiefling rogue. I do some rogue, but also a little bit of warlocking.
That's a treat.
I use she, her, yeah, as a tweak. I use she, her pronouns, and so does my character. Sup.
All right, and finally, last but not least, and in the same location as everybody else now, it is Robin.
Hi, I'm Robin. I use she, her pronouns, as does my character, Fadia Stardust, the Astral Genasi Graviturgy Wizard.
We got to publish those rules on our wiki.
Yeah, we do. And who is also an archaeologist. With her.
Does it belong in a museum?
Hat. Oh crap! Where's my hat?
Where is your hat?
Put it away.
You failed.
It's somewhere else. Hold on. I haven't played Shards in like a hot minute.
5 months. Yeah, I know. So anyway, folks, welcome back. It has been about 5 months since our last game. We took some time off to do other projects and stuff, but we are finally back and ready to cause some mischief. And now I gave Kat her face back. Good. Okay. Oh, there's your hat.
There we go. I know where it was. I know where I put it. I just was like, I'm like, oh crap, I forgot to grab that because otherwise it takes up like a huge chunk on my desk. So
that's true. All right. So folks, it is time for us to get ready to hop into the game. But first, I have to do a quick thank you to our sponsor. That's right. As anyone who is addicted to buying dice should have, we have a sponsor for the evening. And that is, I just rolled a nat 20 on my first die roll of the night. Thank you very much to Bookwyrm Games. Bookwyrm Games is a Vancouver, Abbotsford, based dice company. Christine is holding up one of the dice from them right now. It is a swirly liquid core dice that looks absolutely awesome on your camera right now. It is a small company ran by the friend of the channel, a guy named Michael, who is basically just a super swell guy who is bringing a lot of fantastic dice to you. You should go and support them. Use code DorkTales2023 to save 10% off of their already really reasonably priced dice. And if you do so, not only will that let them know that we sent you, but it will help them. And it'll help you because these are really good dice. As you can see, they're really reasonably priced. And if you buy $100 in dice, which they've got some great packages on their website that you can do that with, shipping's free. So you can support a local company, a small company of gamers who went into dice making during the pandemic and have come out as this awesome little company that does everything from dice to scented candles to this new thing they have called a quest chest, which you can find out more about at questchest.info. Basically, it's an adventure in a box, and that box comes in another box stuffed with all sorts of stuff like maps and handouts and scented candles and coffees and music, like original music. It's really weird and amazing, and you should definitely go and check them out and follow them because there's going to be a Kickstarter someday in the future, if I understand correctly. So thank you so much to our first real sponsor that isn't just a product code like Bones Coffee. And I look forward to seeing you over there. Also, if you go there and you go to the metal dice, there's a set of dice that I call the Garleon Farah dice set. You'll know it when you see it. It's pretty great. But we'll talk about that later, I'm sure. You can go to bookwyrmgames.com to find out more about that. In the meanwhile, it is time to head back into game. Does anybody have any questions, comments, concerned about stuff that would happen? That did happen. All right.
I mean, many concerns about what did happen, but
yeah, many concerns.
Besides the brief intro that we had there, God, the thing was 5 minutes long. Sorry about that. It's been 4 seasons. So things that happened very recently. The characters went on a quest to rescue a magical city that had been stolen by an evil Rakshasa. They had to go inside the belly of a giant sand whale to get information on where to go, which sent them to fantasy teleporting Las Vegas, where they went and had a Takeshi's Castle game of death with the Rakshasa while he had a boss battle with the NPC Wasteland Skyborn, who's big level 20 NPC. They managed to save a god. It's really complicated, guys. They managed to save a god. They managed to retrieve the city. Wasteland and the god they rescued both got sucked into the 9 hells. They've returned the city, which went and turned into like a normal city again from where it was originally like a little like what you call it, like terrarium almost. And since then, the characters have been going around the city and relaxing before they have to go to Orkesh, the homeland, the current homeland of the orcs, to solve a territorial dispute involving Tia's mother. And it's much more complicated than that, but that is where you are. Last game ended where you were all celebrating inside of the city, the Ivory City. There was a big festival, and you realized that it was a festival called, what was it, Belfaria? Belfaris? Do you guys remember?
Flipping my page.
Belafari is what I have.
Belfari?
Belafari. Okay. Bellafaria. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And at that, you realized that the so-called city of Ivory was named because it is encased inside of the ribs of an ancient creature that, as part of a ceremony, wedding ceremonies there, the lucky couple carves their names into the side of the ancient bone structure as a symbol of good luck. Through a little bit of work and ancient knowledge, you realized that these were not the bones of just some random creature or one of those sand whales, but was in fact the bones of an ancient dragon, one of the elder dragons, the dragons that were the size of mountains. And this one was named Hala Belfaris Ylos, who you all recognized as the name of your erstwhile companion, Faramina Hazal's mother. And I think game ended slightly after that, if I'm not mistaken, with kind of that revelation. So I think that is what we are going to be doing. We're going to be picking up right about there. You are all traveled there with, Menelros, the bard who is Tia's father. You are also with Cadamus Warforged, and the Grand Duchess is parked kind of just outside of town. The celebration takes you long into the night. Whether or not you feel like celebrating is your own business. But there is... It's almost like the people here had no idea the horrors that could have befallen them. There's much wine, there's much dancing, there's much celebration throughout the night. For your deeds, the city is happy to provide you with rooms at a local inn called the White Elephant. It's comfy, cushy. The beds are large and circular, draped in silk, with canopies hanging from the roof. The interiors wind around in circles. The buildings around here are built in these kind of sweeping ovals that move around almost like yins or yangs. Larger components with little tails coming off of them. Everything smells like musk, citrus, and jasmine. After the week you've had, it's easy for you to fall asleep. Mars, you had a particularly rough time. After establishing your relationship with Wasteland, to see him pulled into hell is probably not going to be great.
No.
Now, I need to know right now, are you all getting separate rooms or are you sharing a room?
Tia's happy to share.
Asen generally likes her own room.
Fadia will go kind of along with the majority. So she's happy to share a room.
Okay.
I think Malia might get her own for a change.
All right, sounds good. And Mars.
I'll take my own too.
Okay. As you are sitting and as you're sleeping off the night, or trancing off the night, in your case, Asen, you can hear the sound of the raucous party going on late into the night or early into the morning, depending on when you turn in. And as the fireworks explode well into the breaking dawn, Mars, can I get you to make me a wisdom save?
Alright. 19.
Okay.
Cool. That never happens.
The sweeping room that you're in is not huge, but it's comfortable. Each of your rooms spirals out from a single access point that is accessed through a spiraling staircase, your rooms pinwheeling off of a central hall point. To call it a hallway wouldn't be really accurate. It's more of just like a circular room with doors leading off into these pinwheeled rooms. Your room is particularly comfortable, you find. Despite yourself, you sink down into the mattress. And you think that... No? You think the full night of sleep is coming to you. But shortly after dawn, your eyes will suddenly snap awake. You can hear something moving.
In the room?
Dark. In the darkness. You scan the room with your eyes, or are you going to... Do you remain silent? What do you do?
Silently, but I'm also reaching for like a dagger that I would keep nearby always. One of my daggers. And can I tell where in the room about it is? Like if it's on the opposite side, to the left, right?
It's coming from... So, like I said, the room has this kind of like angular curve to it. It's coming from the outside curve, kind of over by a dresser and a mirror. And as you are you listening, or are you turning your head to look at all?
The first thing I wanted to say was I'm just going to jump out at it and whatever and be like, what are you doing in my room?
If you want to, you totally can.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make me an intimidation roll.
Ooh. That's fine. Intimidation?
Intimidation.
12.
12? Okay.
Yeah.
So, lunging out of bed, you are going to leap over where there is this kind of about the size of like a school child that is crawling out of the mirror above your dresser. Except, despite the fact that it's school child, halfling / Malia sized, it has tremendously large bug eyes, little serrated horns like a horn beetle, little fangs that dot its mouth. Otherwise a fairly humanoid face without a nose, just a pair of vertical slits, and kind of like the carapace of like a brownie, well, kind of like a cockroach, and a serrated tail, not unlike your own, actually, ending in a tiefling-esque point. As you jump, it falls to the ground and... Mercy! Mercy!
What the fuck?
Mercy! Mercy! Mercy, Mars! Mercy! Daughter of Nyrn!
Suspicious. Who are you?
I am merely a humble messenger, sent by my master to convey things to you. Please, please, do not harm me.
Who is thine master?
The knowing one, the one who watches the mirrors.
Come again?
The one who watches the mirrors.
Do you not know their name?
It should not be said on the mortal plane. The names carry great power, great power, great power, Mars. But I know yours, so I will give you mine if you request.
Yes.
Suira Curb.
I'm just gonna call you Sue. Okay, what the fuck do you want to tell me?
I have information. I have information about your love.
Well, what are you fucking waiting for? Tell me.
No, I cannot freely give this information. You must a trade must be in order. You promise not to kill me or hurt me. Promise not to harm me.
Starts to pick him up by his tail, be like, hurry.
But if you promise not to harm me, then a pact can be made.
A pact?
Then I can tell you the information. Those are the rules. I don't make it up.
Fine.
You promise?
Yes.
Wasteland Skyborn is alive.
Okay.
He dwells within the 6th circle.
6th circle.
Yes. He is alive. Daughter of Nyrn.
So, not to say that I'm not thrilled or happy of this information, but why has someone sent you to tell me? What is the reason?
because you reached out. You reached out to us some months ago, inside of the house of the Draco Baron.
I cannot remember this.
So when you were during Draktoberfest, you were when you were sleeping.
That's been a while ago.
Yes, it was. But I have many notebooks. When you were in the
Thankfully.
Baron's house, you started hearing
Yeah.
creepy whispers from that mirror, and
Mhm.
started talking to it and making friends with it.
Right. All right. Yeah, I did.
Yes, congratulations! You talked to Hell, and Hell's been listening.
That's great. At least someone's listening.
At least someone's listening, right? It feels good to be heard.
Right. Validated. Cool.
All right.
All right. Well, is he captured?
Yes, yes. He is. He is trapped in the Great Wheel Lair. There he wanders the Blackstone Box.
How do you travel there?
Well, I know one easy way, but you won't like it.
I start to wind up as if I'm going to hit him against the wall.
You promised! You promised! You promised! You promised!
Tell me.
You can die.
messenger.
You're a sinner. You are a worshipper of the goddess of darkness. That should be an easy transition into the hells for you.
There's got to be another way. He was able to just get sucked in.
He was pulled inside by a Rakshasa, but perhaps you could make a deal with another god or a demon to transport you. Theoretically, you could also plane shift down, but I warn you, using the plane shift spell into the lower depths does have its problems.
Yeah, I could see that.
The ways
Is
are
there
winding.
anything?
Hmm.
Is there anything else you want to tell me about this before I whip you back into the mirror?
I like your work.
Thank you. So do I.
Can I get a perception roll with disadvantage? From let's see. I'm gonna roll to see who's in the next room over.
Okay.
So Tia and Fadia are splitting a room from the sound of it. So that'll be Malia's 1, you 2 are 2, Asen is 3, and Tia's dad is 4. Asen, make me a
Yes.
perception roll with disadvantage because it's through a wall.
Okay, coming right up. I rolled 2 18s,
Okay.
and my perception is plus 11.
Okay, you can hear
Uh,
screaming from Mars's room, and not the fun kind you're used to.
Oh, she's going to.
Can we say that just me banging it into the mirror didn't quite work because it wasn't it traveling?
Do you want to miss?
Well, more like it probably needed to do a spell or something, but just being whacked into a mirror probably broke
Actually,
the mirror.
touching a mirror is enough to have it transport.
It's like, can I go too? No, just kidding.
So it will hit the mirror and it'll fall through like it's an open window.
Okay, bye.
On hearing that, Asen's going to probably go up to the wall and like knock on it and be like, "Hey, you okay?" Like through the wall.
Sorry, can you come in here for a sec?
Yeah, and she's gonna go around and knock on the door.
You may enter.
She wasn't sure if it was locked or not, so she'll wander on in. Hey, what's up?
There was some sort of weird imp named Sue that had some information.
Oh,
It crawled through the mirror.
mean, you know, honestly, I really wish I could say I was surprised, but
right?
I'm not anymore. But anyways, so an imp named Sue. I mean, life must be tough for them, but
Mhm. Well, that
but,
wasn't their name, but I couldn't really care to remember their name right now.
oh, that's fair. What'd they say?
So they were sent to say that Bison is alive, but
Okay,
he's
well that's a positive.
trapped in the 6th level of hell.
That's a negative.
That is negative, but he is alive.
See, okay, so we're at 1 positive, 1 negative here.
Asen, could you or Mars
Yes.
can make me a religion check to see what you know about it?
Oh, what kind of
I'm sorry, did you say religion?
Religion, to see what you know about that circle of hell.
I got a 4.
19.
Oh, wow.
That never happens.
Okay, what I can tell you specifically about it then, Mars, is that it is, there are many ways to pronounce it, Melbolge, or Melbolgia. It is
Bulgia.
the...
Can you write that in the chat for me, please?
Yeah, totally. I always think of it
Thank you.
for, so it serves as the prison of the 9 hells.
Okay.
And it is infinite in size. It is a gargantuan tumbler of angular blackstone blocks, each ranging from the size of a small city to a large metropolis, piled hundreds of kilometers thick, very maze-like, infinite craggy inclines, subject to avalanches, and it is ruled by Asmodeus's daughter, Glacia. Who's kind of hot,
cool.
actually.
Neat.
At least if we're following the
All
Forgotten
right.
Realms cosmology. She kind of looks like a cross between... You know what? She looks like she'd be like Malia and Mars's daughter.
Cool.
And yes, Soul Omen in the chat is absolutely right. I keep mentally pronouncing it as Melbogia from Spawn.
Okay, cool. So I'll tell Asen this information and just kind of like back and forth banter it a bit.
Okay, so how do we get there?
Well, you see, I also thought to ask that question. And they said that either I can die, and since I'm a sinner, I can easily just go into hell. Or
Okay.
plane shifting. But that's risky. Because you're
Yeah, I
trying
feel
to
like-
go into hell. I don't think it's quite receptive to having people just popping in and out.
Yeah, but I feel like it's probably less risky to do that than dying. So I mean, do we know how to plane shift?
Not tie.
Well, okay, I mean, we have some pretty good casters in our little group, in our little families. I'm sure one of them does. I mean, Malia is like the best casty person we know, so if anybody knows to do plane shift, it's probably her, or she knows where to get it.
Word.
So, and I mean, Fadia is... We don't know much about Fadia's magic, but she seems pretty good with that too. So, we can probably find someone who can plane shift us into hell. How hard can it be?
Truth. Is it still too
Then we
early
just
to
need to...
tell them about this at all, or should I let them sleep for a little longer?
Why don't we let them sleep for a little bit longer, and then why don't we bring it up over breakfast? Because breakfast makes everything easier to deal with.
Yep, can't go into hell on an empty stomach.
Well, exactly, and why would you want to? I'm sure their
Yeah.
food's probably not that good.
Mood. Okay, well, I'm probably gonna go have a bath or something before breakfast and talking to everybody.
Fair enough. I mean, I'm awake now too, so I don't know. I'm gonna go do something, I guess.
All right. I'll
Okay,
catch you later.
let's meet up at breakfast and then we'll figure out how to go to hell, I guess.
I'm sure we can figure it out.
Yeah, when in doubt, we can all just die.
Wee.
The only one not going there would be Malia, though. That'd be problematic, but I'm sure we could figure out a way to do that, too. We're resourceful people.
Just a quick ripcord.
Exactly. Okie
right.
dokie.
I'll see you later.
See you in a bit.
The rest of the night passes pretty comfortably. Around 8 o'clock, each of you will receive a little knock at your door.
And Kelly, while we're
Yes.
just distracted for a moment, I just wanted to double check something because it's been ages since we've played any of this.
Please.
With my new rifle, I'm using basically the same stats as the old bow, right?
No, I sent you
Without
stuff.
the necrotic. Did you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I
will
sent
have
you a
time.
link to that a while ago. It should be a Google Drive link. Give me one sec.
Okay.
Boop, doop, doop, boop, 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 boop.
I very well may have seen it and then totally forgot because it's been so long.
So yeah,
And
give
I
me
wish she
one
hasn't
sec.
actually used it yet.
Here you go. I'm just going to
Perfect.
share it with you.
Awesome. Got it.
All right. So in the morning, people are going around and knocking on doors. But just before that happens, or as the knock for breakfast happens, Tia, you and Fadia are inside of your room. What's going on in there?
So I think Fadia is going to like. She kind of probably got up a little bit early. Was like writing notes in her journals, and then she's gonna like kind of nervously like start packing and look a little like she doesn't know what to do. So then she's gonna like go like see if Tia's awake and do like this slight to wake her up. Oh, morning.
Do you need something for your throat? You okay there?
Yeah, the thing is just all the desert sand getting in my throat. But since you're awake now, so I know I've been kind of like hanging around with all of you. Could I stay? I know like we initially were like, yeah, we're gonna go release the city and I was gonna help you do that, and we've done that, and I don't have anywhere to go, and I was kind of wondering about tagging along.
Okay. I sort of just thought you were coming along with us. I
haven't been around people in like 800 years, so cues get a little lost, so that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, well, we fought a combat together, so we're allies now.
Okay,
unless there's a reason for a feud, I think. Yeah, I mean, unless you don't want to come along and want to go off and do your own thing.
I kind of no. You guys are great, and I literally have nowhere else to be in the world, and
well,
you guys sound like you're on like some quest, and I could probably help since you're missing your current friend.
Yeah,
so,
and we could definitely use your insights when we go off to that place that used to be your home. Is that gonna be weird for you?
Yeah, totally. But I'm also really curious what happened, why there was a giant explosion. So like, if I can like dig up old artifacts or anything, that could help. You know,
Yeah,
I'm
I
just-
mean-
you-
Yeah, we are going to find ancient, powerful relics in a wasteland,
Mhm.
and you know, having more people on hand will always be helpful, especially since, you know, you have to deal with a war of sorts.
Mm,
It sounds like.
mm, mm.
And I know my mom can look after herself, but I would like more allies to help with that whole thing.
Mm. Yeah.
And
Yeah, no,
this-
I'm happy to lend my magic and my help, and it's just, yeah, I just wanted to confirm, cause you know,
Yeah, no, you're
haven't
more than
been
welcome to come
around.
along. I mean, you have a room on the Duchess now, so like, or space on the
Mhm.
Duchess. You have stuff on the Duchess. I think that means
Yeah.
you moved in.
okay,
Yeah.
oh, all right,
mean-
that's a lot like a relief,
I mean-
cause you know suddenly I was gonna be homeless, and then I was just like, where the fuck do I go?
I mean, I think most of us are kind of homeless right now in a way, so like, you're in good company, sort of.
Yeah. Hmm.
Breakfast?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah. Did you sleep all right? It wasn't too hot?
No, this is kind of like a little bit reminds me of home, so it's kind of this. Also, yeah. Were you too hot?
No, I had plenty of blankets, and if I ever do get too hot, I can just, you know, shed some, you know, shed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, breakfast.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Amy, you've just made it. My next character that I play in a game is going to be a serpent folk, so that I can just be like, it's getting hot in here. Time to take off all our skin.
Oh
When it
my.
gets too hot, so you just shed your skin.
Why
Oh my
not?
God, it's amazing.
That's so good.
Oh boy.
I'm feeling sexy.
Mm.
All right.
You just made winter choke.
Wouldn't be the last time this campaign. Malia, quick question for you. Are you staying by yourself, or I can't remember, was Catamus in the in town with you guys?
I think we were going with that.
Yeah, I think he was joining us.
I think he had like a nice line about not
I
letting
think
you go
he-
off by yourself anymore.
Yeah, because he watched me die on TV, essentially.
Oh yeah, that's great. Live teller.
I got better.
So I have a quick question. Are you and Catamus
I got
sharing a room,
better,
or do you have
But
separate
he did
rooms?
still watch me die. I don't know. Has he gotten over himself yet?
I don't know. Have you gotten over yourself?
I mean, I was trying to make it happen. He was the one avoiding it.
I'm gonna roll a courage check for Catamus.
Ooh.
I'm gonna give him disadvantage because it's Catamus.
Yeah.
This is true.
So Catamus slept on the couch.
All right, she'll work on it.
Oh boy.
Excuse me, breakfast is served. No. He rolls over on the sofa next to the bed. Big puddle of drool on the pillow that he borrowed. I smell sausage.
She's gonna throw socks at him.
He jerks up suddenly in a kung fu ready position. What? What's going on?
Good
What's
morning.
Oh, yeah. Good morning. His beard is not oiled for the day and is definitely fluffed out into a wide spade.
I think because they're in a fairly casual place, like Mally has left her hair loose and hasn't bothered to braid it yet because she's not planning to get into a fight.
Look at you not wearing your armor to bed. Hey,
I mean, it's a hotel. I wasn't planning to. But yeah, I think she's just gonna casually dress until they actually make any plans to go and do something.
So we should probably go get breakfast with everyone, eh?
They just knocked.
Aye.
Apparently breakfast is served.
I plan to eat a lot of it. Honestly, what did you think of the wine last night? It was a bit, I mean, a bit weak for dwarven tastes, but I didn't mind it.
Yeah, it was pleasant. I've had to try a lot of that in the last while. Asen quite likes the wine. Same with Tia.
It's the bloody elf genes. They're all frou-frou with their tiny little fingers up in the air. Ooh, push, push, push.
Fruity.
Aye, fruity.
Some of it tastes good though. But
Sorry about I wasn't too forceful last night with the talking and the. Oh, you're looking at me like that.
you slept on the couch.
I slept on the couch. I don't want to sully your virtue. You're a priestess. I don't want to cast a
I don't
spell.
think Vela cares who I sleep with.
She doesn't. I mean, but I thought they all do.
No.
Yeah. Well, she doesn't. Oh, I just thought because she's one of the sisters that they're all like that. I mean, because we've got. I mean, Nyrn's the whore, and Soph is the dog. I guess Soph would probably be the one that doesn't do any of the frickin'.
Well, I mean, she's all about nature, apparently.
Well, maybe she does all the frickin' then. But I just thought that Vela, being all pure and white as the clouds, would not be interested in.
I mean, I can't speak for Vela.
Look, lass, I just want to be respectful of you. Now that it's out that I fancy you too, I don't want there to be any impropriety. Also, I like the mechanic job aboard the Duchess, and I don't want any cross wires with, workplace issues. I'm kidding.
All right.
I'm kidding with that one. You couldn't fire me if you wanted to. It's technically my ship.
Uh-huh. I don't think I was paying you either.
You guys are getting paid?
No. Besides loot. So you have to come with us to get the loot.
You guys are getting loot.
Uh-huh. How do you think I afforded this tattoo?
Those are some nice tats.
Also, that's how I could get all the stuff to fix the hammer. Which I think we still have some more work to do, don't we?
There's still some more work to do. I could take a look at it. I've been studying more. I guess... Oh, I can hear them starting to get ready. We should probably get some food, but if you're fine with it, I'd like to take things comfortably. You have to romance me. I'm not some...
mountain dwarfs. Jeez.
I'm not some ruddy-bearded slut that you're just going to take over and bend over your knee and have your way with me. You've got to wine and dine me.
You guys are just too much heads in the clouds. Highfalutin.
Oh, heads in the clouds, says the sky priestess. Ooh, that's all you do is the head in the clouds. I've got my head where it belongs, right in the earth. got my head buried between a
She's just gonna die a little laughing.
pair of luscious peaks. I mean, if you're gonna wine and dine me, you might as well start with breakfast.
Oh, I suppose I could spring for breakfast.
Well, it's included in the meal.
I know, that's what I meant.
Sunsworn. Little dwarves, cheap bastards.
She's just gonna, if he's dressed, she's gonna just grab his hand and like pull him out the door.
Oh, the socks. I got. Yeah, okay, there we go. All right, let's go.
I gave you socks.
Those were your socks. They
Don't
smelled like
lie.
you.
They were to hand.
Let's get some breakfast, eh? Before long, you find yourselves downstairs. The common room is...
Sorry, I just wanted to say that as they leave, she'll just lean into him and say that yes, that's she's good with his plan.
Downstairs, breakfast is served. The great table inside of the common room is expansive, large enough to fit about 20 people. Long benches, about long enough for about 6 people on each side. Head 2 along the broad side of the table and 2 shorter benches at either tip. There are already about a half dozen people down here eating already, collecting things from the breakfast bar that's kind of around the corner. Mostly coffee and things like that they can serve themselves up, as well as some grain products, flatbreads and boiled eggs. The table itself is covered in an array of condiments, everything ranging from vinegars to honeys to citrus fruits and imported apples, kiwis, and other long-keeping fruit. As you approach, a pair of women dressed in chef's outfits, well, aprons at least, their hairs up in conical hats, work around the table, setting food down. Looks like the meal today is some type of porridge with large green-gray fruit cut into it, as well as a side of back bacon, thick cut, the size of a halfling's palm. The smell of coffee here is intoxicating, but as you go in, each one of the women will turn and look at you and say, "Do you need any tea? Would you prefer that? Oh, we've got juice as well. We've got apple and mango and apple and watermelon. So many all sorts of juice."
Tea would be
Mally is
lovely.
gonna aim straight for the coffee.
As you
Yeah.
head over to the coffee, there's already a man pouring a mug for himself. You'll recognize him. He is a tall human man with a deep, lovely voice. A long red draped vest that is dangling down around his breeches and intricately carved boots. He's a man in probably his mid-40s. Thin face, long nose, and dangling brown hair parted down the center that hangs almost to his shoulders. Tia's father, Manelros, pours himself a cup of coffee. "Good morning. It's good to see you here. Thought you'd never wake up."
Good morning.
It's a little hot. The coffee's hot. You can be guaranteed of that. So, where are we going and when? Oh, there's my
I
beautiful
have
daughter.
no idea.
Tia! Coffee?
Dad?
Coffee, honey?
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
I'll take
Oh,
some coffee too if you're pouring.
I only have so many hands, but happy
Here, I will pass one over.
to...
Oh,
No,
thank
I've
you.
got it. I've got it. Okay, let's see. Hums a little ditty under his throat, and you'll see this, like, sparkling disc appear, and he just starts loading it with coffee. Yeah, that's right. He cast a version of Tensor's floating disc to carry coffee.
Oh right, I have Mage Hand. Fadia can grab her own. You know what? After he puts on the thing, Fadia's gonna like just be like, I haven't had coffee yet, and she'll snap her hand, and then like this like blue iridescent hand will go grab the coffee from the Tensor's floating disc. For the epitome
Show
of
off.
laziness.
You could have
Benefits of
learned
being a
magic too,
caster.
sweetie.
I did
Oh.
learn magic. No thanks to you and Mom.
Ouch.
Magic's overrated anyways. That's what
I'm
what
sorry.
projectiles are
It-
for.
Still
As
early.
Aiden comes down,
Uses
grabs a cup of
magic.
coffee, and walks away.
Mars, how are you doing? Coffee,
Tea. Tea, please.
I expected better of you. Okay. There are a number of black teas. Chai is very big in this region, very, very heavily spiced. There's also chamomile
chai.
and some herbals. But there's a lovely chai that is already just kind of brewing around everywhere. As you all grab your food, you can see that this kind of mush is actually... what you're actually being served is sort of like a grits. Like very peppery, very... little bit of undercurrent of salt. These grits have been cooked with bacon fat. So they're very savory, and there are huge hunks of what we would call avocados in them. So
Yum.
yeah, it's very, very savory, very hearty, very fatty, and served with some very thick charred bacon. There is a little sign that says vegetarian options available if needed. And with that, do you all grab a seat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Tia's actually gonna go over to her dad and be like, "Look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That came out a
Oh.
lot harsher than I meant it to. I
You just got the
didn't.
coffee.
I picked up. Yeah, she'll knock back some coffee.
He'll lean in and lean up, I guess, and give her a little like kiss on the side of the head. It's okay. I don't blame you. I'd be mad at me too. I'm just glad to see that you're okay. It wasn't the best choice what we did.
I mean, I understood why.
Do you? Do you really?
I mean, I thought I did.
Yeah, your mother and I, we each had our reasons. It's her culture and it's our bloodline.
Mhm.
But I am sorry. I wish I could have told you more, but if I had told you more, that would have put you at risk. Ignorance is an
well.
armor. Which is why I have so few scars.
I thought that was from the magic and friends in high places.
I mean, being a little stupid never hurt anybody. Look at your friend Hasten. One sec. Yeah, yeah, you. What's your passive perception, Hasten?
21.
Okay, that's actually, you're just gonna look at your, and you're just gonna miss that, because he has a pretty good whisper. All right, with that, you all sidle up on the table and start having breakfast in your corner of it. The hotel is basically running like a big hostel room in, actually, this is reminding me of a hostel I stayed at in Germany, to be honest. But also, hello, Raid, good to see you. As you're sitting around the table figuring out what to do for the day. All right, so what I'm thinking, Monero says, leaning in, we need to head to Orkesh, and we need to help your mother. Whatever
Yes.
White Hand's doing is bound to be bad. You've got the gods mixed in, right?
So
Well,
did I remember correctly? Did you say he has a god's mantle?
Something like it, yeah. Part of it, at least. I don't know how this whole thing works, to be honest. I've never really wrestled with a god or fought a god before. Hello, Ray.
Well, apparently they can just gamble.
with a
They can just
god.
gamble.
I fought
away.
alongside a god. That doesn't mean I fought a god. I mean,
Yeah, but you
Which
didn't fight with a
one?
god. Sorry, like
Dempsey's.
never
we
mind.
Fought alongside
Semantics.
Dempsey's.
Yep.
Oh, are you asking which? Well, I mean, that's the problem. It's if it's a god, okay. If it's a god in, and this is old Clades, right? Like this is your stomping grounds, Fadia.
Yeah.
So I'm really curious about this. If it's old Clades, it'd either be one of your gods, which, I mean, your gods were our gods because they predate the fall, so it'd be dead, the gods that died beforehand, the whole thing with the dragons. So which gods died there?
We do also know that some gods didn't die.
Huh? What do you mean?
Oh.
Like Dempsey's?
I mean,
Well, no, Dempsey's is new.
Dempsey's new. I mean, we've dealt with what, at least one god that from back then that hadn't died.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I mean, I feel like that one
Mhm.
transmuted pretty heavily and went absolutely batshit insane. And
You're not wrong.
Wait, which one are we talking about now? Because there was the whole
wait.
temple of, but then there was also the one on Valmar, or floating
That one.
place.
Because I mean, I'm
Forge-
not counting Ishtar because that was a beholder.
Because that was a beholder, and they're dead, or they
Yes.
Yeah.
are now dead.
I know. I'm talking
At least it,
about
like-
the
taken on aspects of that one.
yeah.
Is it?
I can't remember the name now, but
Anyone
we,
can make
I
me
mean,
an
I know
intelligence check to remember.
Yes.
Tia was distracted, so like I'm pretty sure I remember what. Oh no, that was a 2. Hold up.
That's a 10.
God damn it.
Darude remembers. Fadia was not there.
Tia
Fadia
was
just
distracted by
possesses
Darude.
Darude. Malia or Mars can make me an int check to see if they remember.
We weren't there,
Oh shit, you guys weren't there.
and I
You guys
don't know that
talked
they
at the
gave us.
end.
We
They did not give us a very clear rundown. It was a short and sweet and hey, we did the thing type thing. So I don't think they gave us any names.
If you want, you could give your friends clues, and Malia might be able to know with her religion score.
You know, it was the
It was the one in the
The-
in the forge.
yeah, in the
I-
forge. On the ship, was it?
Malia, you can make
Was it
me
the one
a
on the ship?
religion roll with disadvantage for the dead Pantheon.
Or was it the one before we went to the? But yeah, no, it was, yeah. Oh, there was so many things happening at that time that I don't know.
15.
You have no idea. You know that there were, the previous Pantheon had a pair of gods that worked the forge together, a pair of twins, but you don't know much more beyond that.
I mean, I think there was a pair of twin gods who worked the forge together
Maybe
in the previous pantheon.
they seem
it
to be
doesn't
there.
ring a
in
bell.
Maybe
secret.
Are you proficient in religion?
Hold on. Let me check.
She might be.
Yeah, and of course I did not write it down.
Why does this character sheet only have 2 things I'm proficient in? That's what may be my problem.
Sometimes you don't get very many things that you're proficient in.
You'd get at
But-
least 4.
Yeah, I
think
was gonna
so.
say you get base 4. I'll have to look at my character sheet. For now, Fadia just has Arcana and Insight. So
You know what? I'm gonna spend the something good happens to let you roll that someone just bought.
Religion.
Honestly, I need to create a new skill just called lore. That's just a lore check
Yeah.
to see if you...
Disadvantage.
Sure.
God damn it! I rolled a 16 and a 9, so not 13.
I'll say you're proficient because of the something good happens.
Okay, so 13 plus 5 is 18.
18. Okay.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Good lord.
Yeah, check the chat.
Boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so there you go.
Like my
Yeah,
other
you-
roll was good.
You gain access to the Shards wiki. There you go. Look it up.
Honestly,
But
if anyone
I'm
wants to
impressed
build
I got a
something like that.
15 off of rolling a 9.
That's pretty good still. Not good enough. Okay.
Well, there were Kylie, and
Kaylee and Bailey.
Kaylee and Bailey. I remember there were Kaylee and Bailey.
That-
Those were the two.
I mean,
Kind of
that
rings a bell.
that sounds familiar.
It was Kaylee. You got now that you have it
Yeah.
said out loud, you'll remember.
Yeah.
And she lamented her dead brother.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think there was a whole thing with one of the. Was it? They're like keeping a secret or something. Keeping veil in the sky. I think.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yes. Either way, we met that god, and they predated the fall. I mean, they were absolutely insane, but they predated the
seemed-
fall.
I thought they seemed pretty nice.
They were nice, yeah. So they were helpful, which was
Yeah.
great. Oh, also, we need to go to hell.
What?
Yeah, all of us.
What?
Why?
Shoddy not. I'm gonna say no. What?
Why do you have to go
Why
to
are
hell?
we going to
Who's
hell?
going to hell?
In the
Well-
middle of the night, there was a messenger that came and told me that Wasteland is alive, but he's trapped in the 6th ring of hell.
Isn't Dempsey
Right.
gone after him?
Yeah. I mean,
I mean, you
They
literally
say
have
they
a
would do
god going after him. Shouldn't that be good,
I
right?
think that would be enough.
The last time that god went after something, he bet his mantle and lost it.
But
Yeah.
Well,
Don't we
that was
just
more the
drop
god
him?
going after like having a fun time and getting a little sloppy.
Accurate.
This time
And
you
I
have
mean,
the direction.
don't
Yeah,
we need
and
to stop a what Didn't you say?
I mean, what don't we
Maybe
need to
what
do?
we
Let's be real.
Find in Orkesh will help us get to hell.
Oh, I hope not. But yeah, maybe. Maybe. I mean,
Doesn't that sound like a good time?
Hell?
No,
Yeah.
Particularly.
no,
Not really.
not at all.
not
Usually you don't
particularly.
come back from
Okay,
hell.
look, I'm trying to be positive about the situation, okay?
Yeah, I'm
Hell.
positive this is a bad idea.
Well, obviously it's a bad idea.
Okay.
Also,
well,
how are we gonna get to hell? I have a teleportation circle, but I don't think that can work for different planes. And you'd also have to have a teleportation circle that I know in hell to activate it.
That wouldn't even work. I mean, a teleportation circle has to have, usually has to be on the same realm, right? You need like a plane
Mhm.
shift spell or something, and those things are expensive. Really expensive.
You also need don't you need like tuning fork or like some sort of thing from your, like, the plane? So we have to get something from hell so we can get to hell. That's a lot of gets.
So keep an eye out for hellish forks.
Well, it's not necessarily from the place. It needs to be attuned to the place.
Right.
I
And
mean,
they're generally at least 250 gold.
Well,
Okay.
that's
Well, then that might be something that we could do then. Like, there are two ideas if I may, sweetie.
please go for it.
Whatever White Hand is up to, it's not good. As far as I understand, he's using his new stolen divine bootstrapping to don't know, to cause trouble. He's power hungry. He was already probably dealing with some of the infernal arts to begin with. Some of the orcs are. No, not your mom or any of your mom's tribes, but there might be something like that there. Alternatively, there are a couple of countries to the north of Orkesh that could potentially do that. I know that XLR is going through a significant amount of trouble right now. If we could get past the miasma, which you have a skyship, you might be able to get past it. I'm not sure how high up it goes. That might work. Alternatively, there's Rotrane. They're pretty
Who's
much
that?
Sorry. Who? What?
the Rotrane Sultanate. So, if you look at old Kanasa, most of the fallout from your whole debacle took out what is now Orkesh. The land's poisoned. I mean, honestly, people like us, I mean, you are probably going to be fine, Tia, but most people can't even survive there without taking liberal amounts of certain ointments and consumables with them. The ground is cursed. It rots you out from the inside. But not too far north of that, there's a sultanate that is there next to Alazar. It's a small sultanate between the Sky Eater Mountains. It is a major trade route, but they have a lot of the leftovers of anything that didn't get immediately blown up. A lot of the magical ley lines, things like that, kind of flow through there.
Huh.
But if you're looking for powerful wizardry, it's a good way to go. There aren't terribly many magical schools around here. They do have quite a bit of potency there. Plus, good bread. Surprisingly good bread.
Interesting.
It's, yeah. A lot of, what are they called? Not pachyderms. Loxodons. A lot of loxodons there.
Interesting.
And as you're sitting there kind of like just talking about this and around the table, there are a couple of other people sitting at the table who are just kind of minding their own business, not paying attention to you. And right next to you, at the head of the table, there is somebody who's just like reading a broadsheet. Just I'm spending that drama bomb immediately.
They're what, Kelly?
A
Reading a
broadsheet?
broadsheet, a newspaper.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
So, thinking of heading to the north, are we? Not going into Orkesh?
Excuse me?
mean,
Hi, welcome to our conversation.
Shook. The broadsheet shut and then flip over. And you'll see that, Fadia, there is a man sitting there at the edge of the table on one of the little two-person benches. This person is very slight of build, very pretty, borderline androgynous, with the sharpness of his chin. Kind of a midnight blue-black hair that hangs down to shoulder length in kind of this blunt, almost like He-Man bob. And dressed in dark purple and blue vestments. You can see there are a number of necklaces dangling off of his throat, which are tucked into the layers of his robes. But anybody with a passive perception of 15 or higher can recognize at least 2 different holy symbols. Pick random holy symbols because they have a lot of them around their throat. And the figure is wearing white gloves and is going to smile. And when he does, you are going to see that his eyes are slitted like a cat's. Oh, hi! Fancy meeting you here.
Hey, it's been a while,
It's been a
hasn't
while.
It
Did you change your hair?
has.
Who's this?
I've grown it out a little bit. Do you like it?
It looks like it looks good.
Oh, yeah,
Thank you. Doesn't make my forehead look too broad.
No,
No, not quite.
unless
You're
you wanted
okay
it
for
to be.
now.
Of course.
Bangs generally cover your forehead and hide it.
Yeah.
Noted. Who is this?
Hey,
Why don't you introduce yourself?
Well, why? It's more fun when you introduce me.
I don't know how to introduce you.
Oh,
Who knows how to introduce him? He's
A very powerful and inquisitive individual, I think.
one
We've
might
run
say
into a few times.
highly chaotic.
how dare you call me an individual? I am a collective.
Apologies.
Oh, sorry.
A collective.
Pleasure to meet you.
Fadia? They didn't tell me your. Do you have a name? They didn't tell me your name.
You haven't talked about me?
It's been a while.
I was busy dying not that long ago, so no.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. I got better. But
We've
And come on, who remembers the name? You all remember the name. It's only been 5 months.
isn't this Zalos?
No,
or
this is
Xerxes?
Shirthus.
yeah,
Xerxes.
yeah,
I'm trying to
Xerxes.
remember. The question is, does
Xerxes.
Tia remember his name? Because it was a very
Is a god
few times.
Zalos then?
The god is Zalos, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I just had them reversed.
Yeah.
Xerxes, cleric of
Xerxes.
Zalos?
Zerthus. Zerth. Zer.
Shoot I think.
Yeah.
Shirthus.
Yeah.
Pleasure. And you are Fadia Sasa? Is that how you pronounce it?
Stardust.
Stardust. Oh, very pretty name. Very pretty.
Thank you. You have a
and-
very name. Your name is very like
Very namey.
magnanimous and cosmic.
Or not cosmic as Stardust. So, where are you headed? You going to Rotranon?
I think we're going to Orkesh
Hmm.
first and then north. I'm not sure about the timeline.
Timelines are so confusing. There are so many timelines, really. If you really get down to it, there are a lot of different diverging pathways. A lot of ways you can
What,
go.
even the darkest timeline?
Mm-hmm. I think we're in the darkest timeline. I didn't say grapefruit juice. I said mango. Well,
It'll help jumpstart your metabolism. I don't know.
I'm
What's wrong with
slender
grapefruit?
enough.
I know you're slender, but just hey, if you took a sip, at least hey, you're doing. It's a good start for your body. I don't know.
Everything tastes like sand and burning now.
What brings you
Oh,
up this way?
boo.
Oh, I'm
Do you
here for
need
the
some coffee?
ceremony. And
You missed it.
It was
It was
yesterday.
yesterday.
I was here yesterday.
Oh, okay.
I tried to sleep
And
last
who
night.
were
but someone
you
made
yesterday?
Who was I yesterday?
Yeah, who? Come on now. Who were you yesterday?
Who am I any day? I was wandering around just seeing the sights. I saw that you had a little bit of an epiphany, though. You were all tittering, basically had exclamation marks above your head. I thought you were about to give me a quest.
I mean, we could, I'm sure.
I thought I was the one that normally gives you quests.
Well, I mean, why not play the reverse card every now and then?
Fine then, what's your quest?
Uno.
Uno?
The quest is play a game of Uno. I mean, that could be fun, but that seems more like a celebration after
No.
situation.
I don't think we want to
No?
lose, like, break up the party quite yet.
That reminds me. Speaking of that, talking about changing my look up, you have changed your look up entirely, girlfriend. He says, leaning over and looking at Asen.
Yeah, right? Just a little bit different than the last time we spoke.
I do miss the shoulders. They were a nice touch, but I think the curves go better with your eyes.
I think so. I mean, it's overall just so much more pleasant to deal with.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
It's
look.
just-
And no more boys, but with new toys. What's that thing? The little bullpup rifle is next to you.
Oh,
I'm assuming you didn't leave it in your room.
I did not leave it in my room. It comes with me.
Hmm.
Oh, this is just, I traded the old model in for a new one.
Well, that seems to be your MO, doesn't it?
I mean, yeah, a little bit. The old model me was just so dull. I needed something a bit
Flat.
spicier.
Flat. He was, you know.
Yeah, he was so
Flat.
flat, and I'm not anymore, and this is
Hmm.
much more fun.
Zerthus looks over at Asen's weapon for a moment, just kind of gives it an up and down. And anybody who wants to can make me an insight check. I must warn you, I'm looking for nat 20s.
No. No.
Did you get a nat 20?
I got a nat
Ooh.
20!
I got a dirty 20, but I don't think that's quite.
Because he
So
got a
that's
nat 20.
31.
Dang.
Dang.
So. Okay, so with that, so Asen, you're going to actually notice that he kind of like takes it in for a moment, and there is this shadow that falls down from his bangs over his eyes for a moment. It's a millisecond. You might be imagining it, to be honest, but just kind of a. So, So Mars, how's the family? How's the boy?
In hell.
Man, am I right?
I know. Yeah.
He's
And
a
I
big
think
tough
you were
man.
gonna say something about eavesdropping on my room.
Well, I was in the room beneath you, I'm pretty certain.
Oh,
You were
probably.
pretty loud.
I
You know what?
for
I wouldn't
someone who
worry about it
doesn't have
anyway.
anyone in the room.
A man like that's going to break your heart one day anyway. They all do.
Are you putting your name in the ring for consideration?
I'm not a man. I'm a priest. There's a difference. See, I told you, priests don't always, I'm saying that this is where I get the ideas mixed up. Catamus whispers into your ear, Malian.
Maybe don't follow a chaotic one.
Well, I don't. I follow the god of the wheel.
Yeah, they're kind of stodgy.
I think Tia is like conspicuously just like drinking her coffee
just
and
wink at
kind of
him
like
quietly.
I don't know.
So, Orkesh, then Hell. I'm curious where we'll meet up next. Oh, thank you for the mango juice.
So, where are you off to after this?
I actually am going on something of a pilgrimage. There's all sorts of things that I need to know about the world. I like to be in the know about things. So I'm headed
Naturally.
south.
Oh, whereabouts? Anywhere in particular?
Yeah, of course. One moment, please. My pages... this notebook is way too big. Holy crap, I've got so many notes, guys.
That's 4 seasons of notes.
This is just one book. There we go.
Exactly.
I'm heading to the Library of the Endless.
Wait,
What's that?
what is and where is that?
Anybody who wants to can make me a history roll, please, or an Arcana
Hell,
roll. Either...
Oh, they're both. Okay, what would be
Arcana's way
what
better.
does mine are even? Is there something that I'd want to roll for
Just
different
roll with that.
information?
24 on Arcana, Kelly.
Oh, finally. I'll do history for 24.
Sounds. History for 24, Alex.
25 for the either history or Arcana, I guess.
Okay, 1 sec. My computer's probably going to strobe out for a sec, because I have to load a very big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah? All right. So, 24. What'd you get, Asen? Asen got a 24, if I'm not mistaken.
24.
Okay, and what did Tia get? 24,
Arcana,
and Fadia
correct.
got a...
24 for history was
25.
25? Okay, so those are all enough. The Library of the Endless Order is a... or the Library of the Endless is a receptacle of knowledge that exists in southern Argeny. It is a legendary location that is very, very difficult to reach because it exists inside of the Nether March. The long story short is there are two opposing nations there, Arsica and Athonia, who have been at war for so long over which one is a puppet state of the Arcos Archipelagio, that their war with each other led to so much death and destruction, it tore a hole in the fabric of reality into the astral realm.
I remember that on the map.
Yep. And within the Nether March, there is a library that contains theoretically all known knowledge. Whether or not the library existed before the tear in the Nether March is up for debate, or whether it was established afterward. There are some Fadia who think that the library is was not built by Elosians, and that it existed inside of the astral realm before Ylos was ever even settled, or has always existed.
If you get there, I would love to hear about it. That sounds... I thought it was like quasi-myth.
Mm-hmm. It is. But I might be there in some... a moon cycle or two. Maybe a bit longer. Maybe you should look me up.
That definitely sounds like something you would do, so...
Would you accept sending? Because I could check in with you in a month.
You can always try. I guess the question is whether or not it's the same realm of existence. How does that work with sending if you're in a quasi-dimension that can be reached through one dimension? If the window's still open, does the message go in, or does it just come in garbled?
Well, with sending, there's roughly about a 5% chance that it doesn't go to another plane, but usually they do get through. There's just a small chance it gets garbled. It's like, you know, when you send to another plane, you kind of just roll a dice and hope it gets through.
Fair.
You're fascinating.
Yeah, fascinating. That's a nice hat. Well, I should probably get heading out.
Before you go, I noticed you side-eyeing my new toy. And I'm
Tits?
curious, if you're side-eyeing it, what does that mean? Can I insight him?
You can absolutely try.
I will try.
Okay.
I got 15, 16, 17, 18.
He'll smile. Just, It's an interesting piece. I've never seen one like that in this area. I'm curious where you found it.
Actually, in a Rakshasa's treasure trove.
Oh, that makes sense. Well,
Yeah.
it's a Rayan, so hope you enjoy it.
It's a what? Sorry?
Oh, it's a hand-me-down from ancient people. It's
Okay.
human bullshit.
Fair enough. I mean, I'm half human bullshit, so it kind of works sometimes.
Sweetie, you're all bullshit. But aren't we all?
Well, obviously.
Well, happy travels. And he'll abruptly just stand up and... Oh, forgot my juice. Comes back, grabs his juice, leaves.
Bye.
Huh. Well, that was unexpected.
It always is with him.
That's generally the way that one works.
Just so chaotic.
What just happened? Who's that?
A cleric of Ylos.
Oh,
Yeah.
Say no more. Are you gonna eat your bacon?
What?
Asen, are you gonna eat your bacon?
Of course.
Obviously, I'm gonna eat my bacon.
Thought you were a vegetarian.
You can have mine if you want.
Yes, yes.
Why would I be vegetarian?
I'm a meat person, but I'm honestly I've filled up on all this fruit here. It's so delicious.
Thank you very much. We try our best to provide the freshest fruit. Sorry for eavesdropping. We try our best to provide the precious fruit.
It's delicious. And like you fail to take like a bite of like pineapple or something, and she's just like,
It's gonna,
Just like-
you know what? It's gonna squirt, and it's going to go over into. Let's just do a quick test. Let's see. That's gonna be. That's a D6 to. It's gonna go right in Malia's eye. Just.
oh,
You owe me more bacon. And she's gonna just start trying to use like, I think she's gonna use like a healing word on herself.
Healing word the pineapple juice.
yep,
Yep.
As the burning of your eye. Yep.
Yep.
yep,
Right.
yes.
Hmm.
Bacon. Faye's gonna go find more bacon.
Okay.
I'm just gonna eat this and pretend this is a normal morning. And
So-
she's just gonna dig in.
When do we head out and find my
Ex-wife.
kind of, yeah, I suppose so. I think I'm gonna ask her to marry me again.
Even better.
Of course, look, the entire thing was a ruse to be able to leave the country. Of course I'm gonna ask her to
I
marry me
know.
again. She's my wife. She's look, Tia,
What if
your
she
mother
asks
is
you
the-
to marry her first?
Well, then turnabout's fair play. Of course. I mean, we're still both young and virile. You might end up with another sibling.
I do not finish that.
Too late.
I mean, with a sibling, you don't have any other siblings, but, you know. I mean, it depends. Do you want... Well, I guess that would be weird, right?
I am great as a single child.
You might not have to worry about that burden of yours, though. I think it's probably a coin toss whether or not the blood curse passes over. Now,
Multiple siblings is not all it's cracked up to be. I have a few of them. One of them is good.
well, that's good.
I mean, your parents are also nobility, and that doesn't always raise good children.
I mean,
Oh,
yeah.
yes, the right wings. I know your family.
Yeah, exactly. Right. It's like everybody does.
Well, that's just because you, let's see, what, your sister gets around, right?
Yeah. Accurate.
I don't think there's a single art dealer in all of Argeny that hasn't seen Arehana Rightwing's tits.
I mean, that makes sense.
I see.
She's a model, Tia.
Yeah. Classy.
Yeah, she
It could
actually
be.
is.
I mean, for a while she was talking about selling an interactive exhibit of something else, but
The money's really good, I hear.
yeah, it goes pretty far in the underground toy trade. Let's put it that way.
Wasn't she
Mhm.
also a vampire?
No, that was another one.
That was the other one.
She has a lot of sisters.
How many siblings do you have?
Yeah, there's 5 of them. I don't have
That's
my
a lot of-
survey up at the moment. I can't remember which one's which.
That's a lot of them. Fade will come back with a huge plate of bacon that she'll put in front of Malia.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't want that many siblings.
Excellent.
I should probably help you with that. You don't need to stretch
Oh, I
your
don't know. I
priestess
wouldn't want
robes.
to wear you out. She's gonna
Oh
keep
well, no,
eating while
it's
she
just,
does.
all right. So the dwarves start forking at each other.
Mm. Forking over breakfast.
Forking over breakfast. It's the best time to do it.
So we go find Mom and deal with a civil war or weird ancient magics of this White Hand clan person,
Hey,
and then we go to hell somehow.
Mm. Or we could
Okay.
just check in. I could, you know what? I'm gonna do it. Fate is gonna cast Sending to Dempsey's and hope it works.
okay. I want you to high or low is good for you.
I think low.
Okay, so I want you to roll a 1 through 5, please.
Okay. Oh, I rolled a 5.
Wait, really?
Yup. I
Like
rolled a 5.
Like 005?
Oh, I think I'm on a D20.
No, on a D100.
Okay, I thought because I thought Sending was a D20.
Well, you said it was a 5% chance if it's another plane, right?
Yes, I will.
So that is a 25% chance of rolling a 5.
Fair.
So I will double check that real quick just to be certain. Sending.
There's a
5%
5% chance the message doesn't arrive.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So
yeah,
then
so-
that's yeah. You can roll me percentiles
So
anyway.
I would assume roll okay, I'll roll a percentile. I would assume just roll a d20 if you basically if you get a nat 1, it doesn't go through. But yes,
yeah, just roll me
I can roll
percentiles just to see. So on a 1
Alright.
through 5, it does not arrive.
Sounds good. I rolled a 21.
Perfect. All right.
So
What do you
Fade is
say?
going to oh, I'm out of focus. I turned off autofocus. Fade is gonna say, "Hi Dempsey's, Fadia. How is hell? Hope it is going well. Do you need backup? Wasteland is in 6th level. You can reply to.
Okay. There's going to be a moment. Ow. I know how sending works. Hell sucks. Looking for Dempsey's. 6th level? Shit. Okay. On 4. Be right there. And then it cuts off.
Okay, he's on the 4th level. Now he knows where Wasteland is, so he's making his way,
Okay, what's the 4th
Down
level of
hell.
hell? I gotta check that.
moving fast.
Was he looking for Wasteland or was he looking for himself?
Yeah, because he did say Dempsey's, but I thought
Oh, did I?
figured he meant Wasteland.
Yeah, I meant Bison. My bad, my bad.
yeah. I figured.
Viceland is her. We're gonna
I think
switch
he
that
just
back
mentions
in.
Rod. Thought it was
Dempsey's
funny.
going on a self-exploration journey to find himself.
Right, I can see him. He's doing that.
Thank God.
Is it? Oh, so he's in Phalegathos. Oh, so he's in the fire hell. Of course he'd go to the fire hell first.
Yeah.
He'd be like, obviously, hell is the fire dimension.
You know, sticking to the classics.
Yep.
Smash cut to Phalegathos, or like, this name is impossible to pronounce.
Fire.
To the fire hell, where he's like just standing in like a pit of fire, being like, "Hello." Oh, come on, guys. Seriously? Look. You! Hey, you! Belial himself turns around. Hey, I'm looking for a... looking for a paladin? That's the smash cut. Then we'll come back.
So yeah, he's making good progress. So we can just keep check on him every few days. Like he did that in a day or two, a week, or did you say a week? I forget. How long has it been since we fought? Freaking
It's been like three days since you fought Vargas now, or 2 days since you fought Vargas.
I think
Yeah,
it's
okay.
2 days.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. 2 days,
I know
yeah.
it feels
so
like
he's at
longer,
like
but
4 levels in 2 days. Like, so he's, you know, on that thing. He should be at Wasteland tomorrow.
Yeah, does time move different in hell or something?
Oh yeah.
Maybe he's spending more time in his, like...
His personal hell.
Yeah.
right.
Sorry, our private chat's alive right now because we're talking about the model of
Oh my God.
Ariana Right Wing's
Goodbye.
specials.
Goodbye.
And
Oh,
her
boy.
her wet elf
Parts.
wet
Pocket.
Oh my God.
Oh God!
her wet elf pocket.
Wet elf pocket. Oh God.
Get us to every
So
if someone-
classy here.
five subs right now, and I'll make a T-shirt of wet elf pussy. Okay, 5 subs in the chat right now, and I'll do it. Because
Oh my
I
God.
sell out in shards.
Oh my God.
Wep.
I mean, if you're gonna sell it
Yeah.
somewhere, Shards is a good place for it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
true.
right.
100%.
Shards is basically a free kicking.
Oh, hi,
Uh,
Raid. Well,
Hi, Ray. Good time. You came right in at the
Raid.
wet elf pussy. Whip.
Oh my
Alright.
God.
Make that ranger pop. All right. All right. So you're having breakfast. You have a battle plan for the day. What's the plan, Stan?
the conversations we have.
Oh my God. Look, okay. So, how do we get into Orkesh without getting apprehended by the locals? I
We
guess.
fly in. We take the Duchess in. We fly in overhead. That should get us there.
Do orcs have a lot of skyships or no?
I don't think very many
Okay,
people have a lot of
but I don't
skyships.
know.
Have you seen any skyships? No. It's us
No.
and who else has skyships? The Draconians and the Okolkans.
Some of the elves might have. I don't
The
remember.
elves do. Oh, okay. Thank you,
Oh,
Raven with Baubles.
Raven met it.
I will make the wet elf pussy shirt.
Yep, there we go.
All right. Thank you, Raven with
God.
Baubles.
Woo!
God, at this rate, I'll have to send one to her house.
Asen, right?
I feel like I
says-
need that shirt. Depending on what
Yeah.
font you use, I might have to get that one.
It'll be
Right?
And we
calligraphy, so
can-
you can't really see what it says unless you look real close, and then it's dirty as hell. Just
Okay,
like
what you
every-
need to do is 2 versions. You need to do the wet elf pocket and then the wet elf pussy. You need to do the clean version. You need to do the
See-
radio and
What
Or you just do
pocket
wet
make
elf
you think of
pussy,
hot
but, like,
pockets?
You really emphasize W, E, and P, so you get the WEP as well at the same time.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay. Anyway, I've looked up the current shirts for it, and I like that one. So there's one that I'm gonna rip off. That's gonna be really good.
Excellent.
Oh, nice.
Can we have a tank top version of it? Because I like.
Yeah. All of our shirts are available
Yeah,
in tank tops. Just go to
Jesus.
TeePublic, Cat. We'll do a big order sometime soon.
I didn't see any. I didn't see any. I just saw like t-shirts.
Oh no, you go to the
You can- you have
t-shirt
to
and then you
select
you
the-
have to choose the style. They should all have
Okay.
Yeah,
tank-
like seriously,
I
like
had to say that my I can be your girlfriend shirt in slouchy is so comfy.
nice. All right. So anyway, enough. TeePublis, TeePublis, Robin, TeePublis.
Shush.
Okay.
Shush. Shush.
TeePubli.
This is okay. Back
Alright.
to game.
Back to game.
Back to game.
All right, back to game.
Thanks, so I can pee.
Also, Ink and Liar just rated us, and they had a randomized Cards Against Humanity game. The next time I don't have time to plot game, I'm just gonna pull out my Cards Against Humanity. That's how we're gonna do it.
Nice.
Fight 6 midgets shitting into a bucket.
It would just be could be so cursed.
Yeah, I'd be so cursed. Anyway.
I would participate in that.
Mm-hmm. Of course, you don't have an option. So
fair enough.
you're all sitting around the table, you're figuring out how to go to hell, flying in. Oh yeah. So the Okokans have skyships, the Emeresians have skyships, the Dionians have. I guess a lot of nations have skyships, but they're usually like the little small ones, like the small nations.
We have a really nice one.
Aye, we do. You're welcome. I spent a
Thank
lot
you.
of time
What can you
fixing
say?
that, fixing it up. I honestly hadn't been running in like a couple 100 years.
Huh.
Really?
Well, good.
So
It
okay.
flies really
I'm-
smoothly.
I'm good to leave whenever. I mean, I'm getting. I'll admit I'm a little anxious, although I do want to know more about this place. But I kind of think can we come back to the whole bones and dragons and dead?
Farrah's
Skeletons
mom.
thing?
Mom.
We kind of yeah.
So what now?
Orkesh?
Orkesh.
Do we go
No.
to Orkesh and then?
Farah's mom.
Yeah.
The
So what do we do with Farrah's mom?
I mean, we can't really do
Who?
anything.
Sorry, kids. Can I ask who's Farah?
Ah.
Well, her
That's
mom is what the city's built on. Her mom's skeleton is the city's built on.
Oh,
young gold dragon,
Yeah, she's like 13,000 years old.
that's
or at least
young.
was encased in amber for 13,000 years.
Yeah, she was actually just
You guys have a type for finding people encased in crystals.
look, it's not our fault that you find us.
You found me.
Yeah, but
He's not wrong. You
we
know,
didn't set
having
out for this.
fine. It's fine. It's just it's a little strange that it's happened twice.
Right?
Well, I tell you what. Why don't we settle our bill, grab the bacon, and you can explain on the way. I don't think those bones are going anywhere. I mean, they've been here for
I don't think they are either.
like 10 millennia.
More than 13,000 years.
Yeah, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Okay.
at least.
Hey, Mars.
Yes.
I don't want to be a stodgy. You know what? It's always so weird. I honestly gotta admit this. It's kind of strange because I have no idea how old you are. He points at Asen. But you're part elf, so you could be anywhere from like 25 to 250 easily. Especially if you've had work done.
Yeah.
You are probably at least, what, 150? Each of you? Right? You dwarves are pretty old, right?
Yeah, 125-ish.
I mean, Tia, you're 30... 34? 36? That can't be possible. If you're 36, then that means that I'm 55 years old. And I don't look 55. I look like 40.
You're a half elf.
I'm the oldest of
Oh, yeah,
everyone
that's
then.
fair. Yeah, it's fair.
I mean, how old are you, not including being encased in a crystal for X many years?
Oh yeah.
So I would be, so I was 3, so I'd be like 3 to 5, somewhere between 3 and 5,000 years. But
You don't
I'm
look a
actually
day
about,
over 3,000.
oh, thank you. I moisturize.
It's really the secret to longevity.
I'd be probably, I
important in a
have to
desert,
really
too.
count. I don't know what to count. I was in grad school, so like 20s, I guess, somewhere around that.
Okay, well, I mean, like, I'm 23, so
That's pretty young for a half elf. You're gonna look good for a while. Sorry, I was just wondering
Yeah.
because I feel like an old man talking about like, oh, honey, you know, when I was your age type of thing. But then I'm next
Yeah,
to
but
a.
when I was your age,
You still haven't
is
been
weird.
my age, have you? How old are you? But like outside of the crystal stasis thing.
like 20,
like
that's
20s.
fine. Yeah.
Okay, so you're not even my age yet. It doesn't count. You skipped bits. I'm
I
just
was
saying.
still in
that
there
you skipped-
learning. I was conscious. It wasn't like I was asleep.
All right. Anyway, so just saying that. Where was I going with this? Now I've
You were
completely
asking
lost.
how old everybody was.
Yeah, but there was a reason for that. I was talking about. Because I was just making sure that you're okay, Mars. You just seem kind of quiet, and I want to make sure that look, we've. Dempsey's is kind of. I don't know how to say this. He's kind of a fuck up of a god, but he's still a god, and he's looking for Wasteland. And Wasteland is tough enough. If anybody is going to be fine in one of the 9 hells, it's going to be one of the chosen. He's Nyrn's. You're Nyrn's chosen. He's Vela's chosen. He's gonna be fine. He's tough. He's stronger than any of us.
Combined.
Probably. I'm glad that we don't have to fight him. Think about that.
No, I don't
Oh,
want to do that.
that would be
Oh.
so bad.
It would be awful. So just think about how all of hell probably feels right now. He's not trapped in there with them. They're trapped in there with him.
That's
Well, yeah,
very
'cause he's probably doing extra.
He's probably just grinding down there. Just, you know.
that's a very
Millen-
positive spin on it, but as you said, I'm also Nyrn's chosen, and I've been compared to as a sinner, so I can just easily go to hell pretty much whenever I want. But
I mean, to
But-
be fair, I could probably go to hell pretty easily if I died too.
I mean, just sin
but it
really
gets in your head
exists.
though, and it messes with you. Is what I'm more worried about. That the Viceland that comes out of hell might not be the same guy that we know.
I think that's quite possible.
I mean, potentially.
I don't think that any of us.
That's
are
what
equipped.
worries me.
What would you like to? Would you like me to send a message to Viceland? Tell him to keep his hope up?
Would you mind, please?
No, not at all. Fate is gonna cast sending to Viceland.
Yay! My boy!
Yeah, boy.
My boy!
Fadia, do me a favor. Make me a wisdom save.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh
Oh no, that's actually not kind of great for me. But I rolled a 19 plus 6 is 25.
Okay. You cast Sending. And as you do, your eyes are going to flicker. And instead of the spell casting the way you want it to, you're going to reach out into the weave of formulating the words you want to say. And instead, your mouth is going to open. And you're going to be in control of yourself still. But you are going to hear a voice in the back of your the back of your mind kind of echoing out. Like you'll hear it in your head first, and it'll start kind of vibrating down into your mouth as if it's trying to escape you. Hello? Hello? Who is this? Who's talking to me right now? It comes through your head, Fadia, in Wasteland's voice, but it'll come out for everyone else as your own.
What did you just do? Fadia?
Wasteland, it's me, Fadia. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Are you okay? How is everyone?
Yeah, we're fine. We're healthy. We made it. Thanks to you.
Good.
Dempsey's is coming for you.
I'm in the Black City. It's not ideal around here. But I think I'm gonna be okay. I can hold out.
Good. Don't give up fighting. If Dempsey's needs help, we'll come and find you.
Is Mars with you?
Yeah, she's right here. Mars, do you want me to say anything?
Can you tell him I miss him?
She misses you.
I miss you too.
And he
Go.
better come back soon. No
She
exceptions.
says, you better come back soon. No exceptions.
Yes, ma'am. I have to go. Someone's coming, but see you soon. And Fadia, as you are saying that, you are going to start to feel some clawing around the edges of your scalp, as if someone is subtly stroking your hair with razor sharp nails. And a velvety voice is going to whisper in your ear. Well, what do we have here? A sorceress? No, a wizard. You're one of the forgotten ones. The ruined ones. Fadia Stardust. I know your people. Come down to the Black City sometime, my pet. You can labor there with the rest of your people. Kisses.
Did I say what Vargas said
That wasn't Vargas.
out loud? Well, that wasn't Vargas. But
that
yes, did I
wasn't
say?
Vargas.
Did
That
I
was a
say the
very-
whispering? No, that wasn't.
That
was
was a
a
very
different voice. I know. I was
feminine voice.
wondering.
No, that was just in your head.
Okay.
So you swear?
Like,
So she just goes like stock still and goes pale. And it feels like Kat, hold your fingers
Yeah.
up. Hold. So it feels
I-
like those claws are
Yeah.
snaking
Yeah.
around the edge of your head, and for a second you get out of the corner of your eye, you see a beautiful 9-foot tall copper-skinned woman. just breathing that into your ear. Ironically, we were just raided by the Paladins Archives, which is just
That's funny.
great because
Fuck. Okay, why did you give me big woman, Kelly? That's rude.
did you look at the photo of her?
What photo? Of in hell? No, I didn't. I didn't.
Here,
look at
hold
that
on. I will
photo.
link
Very
you.
good.
Here, I'll link the chat
Yeah.
too. So this is what
I
you see
like
out of the
9
corner
foot
of
tall
your eye.
Hellman.
It's going in the Twitch chat for everybody.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So, succubi, wings, 9 foot tall, copper skin.
Yep.
Yeah. Don't use. Here's the thing for my homebrew. Don't use sending in hell, because other people can like tap the call.
Yep. That's fair. But like,
It's hell's FBI division being like boop 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 boop.
Who dis?
who dis? I mean, I
dis?
don't
Who
mind
dis?
my
Who dis?
FBI agent. I don't mind my FBI
New send
agent.
who dis?
New send who this?
I like 9 foot tall copper skinned hell woman.
I think we all do.
Giant woman. Giant woman.
Giant woman.
Yeah.
But yeah, Fadia's is gonna go that, and at the mention of like you can come join your people laboring, I don't think she can control her emotions at that time. So you're just gonna see like seething rage kind of come across her face as she's just like,
And Tia's like right up, like kind of doing like,
Oh.
Fredia?
mm,
That wasn't how that's not. Was that supposed to work like that? I didn't think it was supposed to work like that. Are
think so.
you okay?
No. Something hijacked the sending at the end, and a tall demon woman told me I can come find my people in the Black City
Oh,
and labor with them. She knew who I was.
Why can't we ever come across like an easy enemy? Why do they all have to be like people who can shrink a city, a god, a tall hell woman? Why can't we ever just like be commissioned to find like, I don't know, a group of normal bandits that stole some goats or something easy? Like a Sunday morning activity.
Did you say stole some goats?
It was the first thing that came to my mind, okay?
you know what? Maybe after we do this, we can do some Sunday morning bandit hunting.
It's just like something easy for once, you know? Why does it always have to be complicated?
Because that's what heroes do?
Yeah, that's
We're not
not
heroes.
wrong. Yeah, but we're badasses, and that's kind of the same thing.
True.
We're heroes to ourselves.
I think you're heroes to a lot more people than that, kids.
Yeah, we kind of just like saved a city.
That's
I feel like that's
accurate.
hero-ish.
We've done that. Okay, we've done actually some really cool stuff.
But we also have been are being hunted as terrorists. So
We
got
are being that.
tomato,
Yes.
What?
tomato.
We aren't terrorists.
We are not.
We
It's
are
not
not.
We
our
were
fault.
framed.
By Garland.
Okay.
Also, elves are uptight and obnoxious on a lot of
Yeah, they
levels.
suck.
Yeah.
Like, thanks to elves for making me pretty and living a long time, but they're, for the most part, pretty sucky. I wouldn't want to live in another elf city, I don't think. It's not very nice.
Well,
So,
I think I'm gonna go pack. And
Yeah, let's get to Orkesh.
yeah, hey, let's
Yeah.
get out of comfy clothes, I guess.
All right. You know, the best thing about being a hero is
What?
you don't have to settle the bill.
Nope.
Who's settling the bill then?
It's free, right?
I
No.
don't.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Well, you. Well, I guess you did help, so you would be a hero. I was gonna say, were you
course
offering
I'm
to
a
pay the
hero.
bill then?
I'm gonna go pay the bill.
Mars will walk away.
Right.
All right. And as you go settle the bill and start heading off, I think this is a good time for us to take a quick bio break. So, folks, we'll be right back after these words from our break. Be right back. Hey everybody, welcome back. This is the part of the program where we briefly talk to the chat because tech problems kept us a little late. How are y'all doing now that we're back in the Shards of Nyrn? Whee!
Oh,
So Shards, so
Happy to
Nyrn.
be back.
There's so
So
much
good.
cross-referencing of lore, and it's like, oh, I forgot how
Oh my
complicated
God.
Well,
this
it's
shit is.
funny because when you said Xerthus, I was
Xerthus.
like, wait, wasn't he in Rain? And it was just like, it's one of those things. It's like, why do I know this character? But Fadia hasn't met this character. I don't. Robin is like, I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
Yep.
Yeah.
No,
That's
it's
why
been a
Amy and I
long
just about,
time.
and Kat just about died in rain when that happened.
So,
God,
folks,
that makes
This
sense.
asshole.
It's
So-
this motherfucker.
So,
Love 'em.
folks, in case you didn't know, Shards is the first game we ever ran for the channel. It's been running since 2018. God, it's been like
Yeah.
this is like 5 years. So here are the
Right?
notebooks I have to cross-reference every time some shit comes up. Season 4. Season 3. Season 2. Season 1, which literally exploded at one point.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah, and I'm
This
on
is-
notebook number 2.5, I think.
look at...
Like-
hold on. That's...
This is game notes. It's
They're
beautiful.
not all full, but like, oh god. And then I've got notes like these, which are like half filled out
beautiful.
pages. And then I've got these. We're looking at, like, this is not useful. Wasteland Mars Romance, Malia Priesthood, Tia Heritage, Xeno Prophecy. This is season 3, so I can still say that.
Accurate.
All of the Elven terminology.
It's beautiful. We love it. I
Oh,
love it.
Xeno.
Yeah. I need to pull out my colored pens again because for a while I was changing which color I was writing in every game.
Ooh, Harvest Spice.
We've done so many things in this game.
Like I just have like a thing that says Dragon Time. And
Dragon
like
Time.
Dragon time.
I'm gonna rename the channel Dragon Time.
I also really like bringing back the time with Triance.
Oh
And the
my
Battle
God.
of the
Beyonce shows
Bands.
up all over. See, this is the thing, Winter. You're only in this game right now. Triance shows up frickin' everywhere, man.
Triance
Like-
showed up in Spelljammer.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yep.
She's
I
like
mean-
And
Queen
Hunter
Bee.
Ace. Like
Did you see
Yeah.
that Kyle showed up in Spelljammer?
I did. I Yep.
did.
Yeah, I heard
was
that
like,
bit.
I call.
I still have one or two where we used to write down quotes on post-its.
yeah. I
I
don't
would
have
like
a
to
lot.
complete one to you. And I quote, "I'm a magical dinosaur. What do you want from me?" Amy.
Yeah,
That was episode
Amy-
9, season 2.
Oh my God.
So yeah, there's a lot. This is definitely, you would definitely buy it. Well, good job, Brando. So quick note for anybody, this is not a plug, unless you want it to be. We are at the level of our Patreon, so we broke 100 patrons, which is when I said I was going to start putting the book together. So the book is slowly coalescing. I'm going to try to have an update sometime in April. I'll try to drop like a chapter on lore. I think my problem is that I'm really indecisive about like timelines. And I know, like, nerds like you guys, a lot of you like to have like concrete dates for things. And I'm like, man, I don't know. Like, I'm a professional historian. Time is really meaningless. All you need to know is the sequence of events. You don't need to know years.
I mean,
I would say don't even
I'm not
pin yourself down to
particularly.
a timeline.
Yeah, like I'm not particularly like, oh, what's the timeline? I'm more like, what characters from other games in this world might we interact with?
Yeah.
See,
It's
I'm
really
more
true.
like what I like my timelines like I know like how I want to watch my Star Wars movies. Like it's kind of like I want to know which order to watch the movies in,
Mhm.
basically like that kind of timeline where it's like I don't need dates, but I need to know that
What
the
came before, what
prequels
came after,
are
sort of thing.
yeah.
I like my timelines like Cheshire likes herself, casual and
That's-
easy.
That's fair. And as Nako just said, all that matters is that Tia gets a badass grandson, because that
And we don't know
apparent-
who the grandfather is either.
we don't even know if it's just adopted. That
Yeah,
shouldn't
we
work.
don't.
Maybe it does.
Accurate.
Maybe Tia's the
Mysteries.
grandfather.
Or, I mean,
Possible.
her parents were just threatening to provide her with a sibling.
Yeah.
Could be
Yeah.
from that line.
Could be a
Same
niece or a
bloodlines.
nephew. So like
Yeah.
it does get kind of interesting that way. I like the other thing is that I plot out of order, if you guys haven't noticed, because Shards is unfortunately hamstrung because there are parts of its plot that affect other campaigns that I have ran or will run very soon. So, but I have the benefit of I can say something in world in the other ones in a way that someone would naturally say it without using exposition, you know? Like for example, if I were saying right now, it's like, I think we should all like say grace to the Lord. I don't have to go into depth in 20th or 21st century North America explaining who Jesus is. So why would I go into saying that, like which gods I'm talking about if someone has a symbol, right? In the timeline. But it does mean that later on you guys get to go for something like that.
Which is
Or,
always
like,
kind of fun.
Yeah, when
What?
the lore pieces like click and just go like, oh, that happened.
I was talking to Robin
that's
about
nice.
that a while ago, about how, because like Robin and Amy are probably the biggest lore junkies here. Like just
Yeah.
for quality and quantity. But I was saying I don't understand my own lore because to me it's not special. To me it's just like I've been living with this in my head for like 5 years now, so it's like, yeah, it's just the way it is. It's not lore, it's just history. But it makes me feel real special when you guys get all special about it.
Yeah.
It's cool because you're creating this and you're giving it to us in like little nuggets, and we want to find out more about the world. Is kind of how I was like, yeah, it's like finding out lore from like TV shows. It's the exact same thing. Just because it's in your head, it feels different to you, but for us, it's the same as like watching a TV, except it's more important because we're the stars of the TV rather than
You're the stars
like
of the
just
TV show.
watching. Yeah, exactly. That's it.
Accurate.
So
Especially because we get to contribute to it too. It's like
Right. It's like
So I am very excited as well because if you watch our other campaigns, they intersect with this. Particularly Reign of Emeries does. Intersects with somewhere in the timeline. It's probably the future. You guys have figured that out. The machinery probably helps with that. I will say there are 2 new campaigns that are coming out soon for the channel. One of them is coming out on Sundays. It's coming out in mid to late April. We're just figuring out where it fits in the schedule and like with some other events we're running. It's going to run on Sunday afternoons, and it is set in the islands of Arcos and beyond. So that's going to be really exciting. We got a great cast for that coming in soon. But there's also there's another game that's coming in probably November or December. It's gonna switch in when that one ends, the Arcos one, and I think that you guys are really gonna like that. That's very, very lore heavy. Arcos is it's got some lore in it. It's got about as much tie-in lore as XLR did. XLR didn't have a huge amount of lore, but it had a few things in it that are real pivotal that you guys haven't seen yet. Because pro tip, XLR. Well, I'll give you a hint. I just name dropped XLR this episode, and I mentioned the miasma, so that's still a thing.
Yep.
At this day, so
When he said some shit's going down.
there's always shit going down in XLR.
That's fair.
Yeah. Oh, Leodin. Oh, I wonder what's going on with her.
I
Who
remember
knows?
the combo of Leadin and Ivy with me with my puppet thing and you just like suicide like exploding and then Ivy just being like take another attack. It was just a great combo.
It was
that I just
beautiful.
loved so
Honestly,
much.
that's the one thing I read. So what I did between mid-season was I had everybody fill out one of these survey form thingies. And one of the things that was repeated was that it feels like your fighting styles aren't interlinked enough, like as they are in some other games that we've done. So take a look at that and try to find ways to like combo each other and work better with each other in battle so that you're not just all like going, let's separate.
Fair enough. Yeah.
We need to form Voltron,
Sarah?
not fight on our own.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So
I can't
that's
find
true.
my full survey. I can only find the Asen's
Yeah, 'cause it was
history
really
part.
satisfying. Like when we were fighting the Sphinx, and I was
Yeah, the
able to
Sphinx fight was
lower it
great.
enough that Farah took it out.
Mm,
It was just like,
yeah.
Mm.
yes, I want to do that for other people.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
We've had some pretty cool stuff happen with us fighting together.
I'm trying to make it now that you guys are level 13 that every fight that matters is a set piece,
Fair
Mm,
enough.
mhm.
Yeah.
which is not just a little pressure on me, but still, it's cool.
I mean, the last one was really freaking cool.
That
It
was
was rough, and
like,
that felt
so
hard.
Oh,
out of the
yeah.
box,
Like
amazing.
with the time crunch, with every different type of enemy. Oh my god, yeah, that was such.
You
an
gotta
insane-
have
the
stakes.
time warp at the end.
Oh.
Oh,
I was
Yeah.
thrilled to get targeted. I work hard not to be, but at the same point, I died. That was great.
Yeah.
I came back, but I still died.
I died. I got better.
better.
but I
better.
died.
I got better.
I've
All
only
right.
made that joke about 4 times tonight, but
Right?
I just
Uh,
only ever think of Shepard when I hear that. I got better.
I got better. My name's Commander Shepard,
I
and
just
this
think
is
of
my
Monty Python.
And
Yeah,
this is my
right?
favorite store on the Citadel.
favorite store in Arcos.
Accurate.
Accurate. Oh, do I not have access to my own emojis? Oh, there they are. Beep, 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 beep. Okay. All right, folks. It is about time. Quick reminder that if you like what we do here, you can support us directly on patreon.com/dorktales. We are a mere... We lost a couple patrons this month. We're like 12 patrons away from a Star Trek game ran by Bunny Hearted. That is going to consist of me, Amy, Kat, and Cal.
That
It's
should be
gonna be so
chaos.
fun.
It's gonna be so dumb. So go subscribe and keep subscribing. Do it because I need money because it's tax season. I have so many
Oh,
write-offs this year from art alone. Oh man, art's. Oh, that reminds me. I
Oh
still-
yeah, I can
know
write
what I
my
realized?
PC off this year.
yeah, you
Is
can.
that half of my Amazon purchases are write-offs? My eyelashes are write-offs.
Yeah, because you only use them for game.
Yeah, and stream.
The Canadian Revenue Association is way different than the IRS in many ways, but it's like it's weird. Anyway,
So, Kelly,
you.
a friend of mine was just messaging me. She lives downstairs in my building, but she needs some emergency stuff for bleach going wrong in her hair. So I will be right back.
Oh, you know what? Just take 5. Take 5. You rush.
Yeah.
Are you just bringing her vinegar or something? Like, what do you?
No, I have all of the hair stuff in my bathroom, so I'm bringing
Okay,
it
I'll
downstairs.
let you go do that. We'll just vamp for a minute, and then we'll head back in the game.
Hair. Emergency
Yeah.
hair.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
understand.
Bleach
completely.
going wrong, that is terrifying.
Yeah,
So.
pray for her hair. Pray for her
I
hair.
am praying for her hair. Oh
and
my
her
god.
scalp. And her
And her
scalp.
scalp. All right.
Yeah.
So
Oh
I
my
hope
God.
everybody's doing well. Quick reminder that we got a bunch of stuff going on. Tomorrow night is Dragonlance, Shadow of the Dragon Queen. Then after that, on Thursday, there is a rebroadcast of Strixhaven, A Curriculum of Chaos, episode, I think 8. Is it 8? I think it's-
Ah,
We're
I don't
getting
know.
up there.
I forget. I forget.
I think it's episode 8. So that's going to be there. Friday we have off this week, which is great. I need a night off. And then on Saturday we have the season finale, or the book finale, of Mage: The Ascension of the Victorian Age. And then on
It's gonna be
Sunday,
so good.
We find out
on
how
Sunday,
screwed Darcy is.
100%. On Sunday, we have a twofer. You can join us for Spelljammer in the morning, and then you can join us for
Yeah.
Passions de las Passions.
Oh my
I'm
God.
excited for
Very good.
Spelljammer. It's going to be a lot of
I'm
fun.
I'm gonna
terrified
break out
for
my biggest
passions.
eyelashes for passions.
I'm
I think
so
it's gonna be
scared.
great. I don't know what I'm gonna. Ooh, costuming. What are
Should
you-
I buy
I
a
feel
fake
like sultry
chest for
eyes
this?
is what's needed.
Hold on, I'm going to look that up real quick. Fake muscle chest.
And I remember, like, human dude in Spelljammer asking Treasure, "Are you a floozy?"
Floozy.
I'm just thinking about God. Mool is just like. I'm
Mool is
sorry.
so funny.
Is Mula floozy?
Holy
I just-
smokes,
I thought,
Mool
like-
is hilarious.
Like Lucky in Hexador is like check brain at door. We're just having a good time. It's lucky time. Spelljammer is like that dialed up higher somehow. With even
Check
less filter
organs. Check organs and bones at door.
and brain.
And brain.
Cheshire trying to explain to Mool what floozy meant. Oh my gosh.
just walking out at the end, just being like, "I hear you're a switch." God, I'm
It's
so
true.
sorry.
I am a switch.
I'm
Blah.
Just roll with it.
Exactly. Anyone can be everything in Zootopia.
It's true. Gardener?
Hmm?
Really cool. You're geek to the gills for it, Heavy D? That's great. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. What episode is this of Shards? 105? I'm gonna look
Something
it
like
up.
that, I think.
Something like that. I think that's
A lot.
I'm also really excited for that 150 patron Star Trek game.
I'm hoping it happens, because like Patreon's so weird, because it's just an arm
me
wrestling
too.
contest against atrophy or entropy. Because like you lose one or two people every month. Last month we lost
Yeah.
like 7 people, but we gained like 5. Or
Mhm.
we gained like 50. We're always like a little
Yeah.
bit higher than the month before, but then it's like it feels like we're like way ahead, and then we drop down to like just a little ahead, which is good, but
Mhm.
also yike. So we are on episode
This is 105. Yeah.
is under. Wow, I was right. Okay, because the
'Cause I
wiki's
just-
not updated. What's going on there, random? Shards ends on episode
Already a
98.
job. Unpaid labor of
Unpaid
tracking
labor.
all
I
the
offered to
games.
buy him a copy.
Yum.
Yeah, and he turns down.
Episode
Dang.
Well, never
105,
mind then.
WEP.
It does fluctuate, Wonka. You should join up. It's a good place. Then you could have heard the intro early. Yeah. Also, I've created so many races, like the Italians, the Italianos.
Oh my god, I love the Italian.
I'm walking
the
here.
Italianos. That
Those are
is
ridiculous.
legit what I want to play in the next game.
You want to play an Italiano?
Maybe
Hey, Paisan.
I'm thinking about it.
I'll have to create the Paisan class.
Well, because I'm in the we were thinking about me in the November game.
You're considering it,
right?
yeah. So long as you don't play Vary again.
Oh God,
No tiny psychopaths.
Very is not a psychopath.
Sorry, no high functioning sociopaths who are on the spectrum.
Okay, not to things. The wiki is up to date with 105.
Is it? It's not on. Oh, this
I'm on
okay.
the Shards of Nyrn. I'm on season 4. It has the whole thing.
Does it? Okay, because if you Google Shards of Nyrn,
Oh, is it the old one?
yeah, I went to the old one.
Yeah, you're
Okay,
on the old
so
one.
Still there?
Yeah.
no.
Oh,
I'm
okay. So I mentioned this to people earlier, but when I took my dice out for Tia, because I've got all these like funky green dice, because she's green. One of the I looked down and there's just this little gold circle, off of it, from the thing. and I'm looking and I'm trying to figure out what the hell it was, and it was the percentiles.
Oh no,
Lost-
the paint came off.
Oh
of
my!
it.
It came out like it popped out. It didn't wear off or rub off. Like it fully popped out. So like I was
What?
like I
The
picked
paint
it up
popped
and I was
out?
like the paint itself, like the entire circular like
are those
oval of
Lindorms?
the zero just popped out. I don't remember if this set is. I can't remember.
You need to get some
But, like, all the others are
some
fine.
Bookwyrm dice.
Some bookworm dice.
Clearly.
Bookworm
I-
dice.
I
need
cannot
to
invest in
eventually get
anything
some.
for a while because I just bought a new computer
Hey,
that's
Kat.
on its way. So.
Yeah.
You should look at Bookwyrm
Ooh.
dice and see if you want anything because we're gonna do an order in a couple months probably, or a couple weeks probably.
The big one that I wanted was out of stock. It was
They'll
the
get
big
'em back
pink
in.
one. Yeah, but there are some that I was looking at that I was like, ooh, those are pretty, and I like them.
I really want the wood dice. The wood
so
dice
I-
feel really good.
I
Like,
really
they're
want. I want metal dice.
The metal dice, their metal dice are really inexpensive. This is not me shilling. I actually really like their wooden ones. What amazes me is the wood ones don't weigh anything. Like
There would.
like the wood ones weigh, I'd say half as much as a set of resin dice.
Mhm.
Maybe like the D20 is like not. I mean, it's like a tiny piece of wood, right?
Oh, and yeah, they're really neat.
Yeah,
The
the
wooden
multi
ones.
layers and stuff. And they're like $70 for a set of wooden dice, which is $6 off if you use our coupon. And I think we're getting a team coupon for Dorktales where Dorktales team
Ooh.
members will get a little bit of a bigger break.
Nice.
Oh, nice, Raven. You've been talking about
Yeah.
them. They're a really cool company.
The electric witch metal dice.
Electric Witch.
I really like those.
Mm.
I also want to reiterate that we do talk about our sponsors, but once again, we don't do sponsorship with people that suck.
Like
Yeah, like
we literally already have their stuff.
We weren't sponsored by them yet. We just saw them at the con and were like, pretty dice.
Yeah,
Want
we were
them.
like, oh, we want that.
See, I have the Veins of Bright Rock for Farah
Mhm.
because those are great.
Oh yeah.
Where's the electric metal one? I don't see them anywhere.
It was right on the first page. It was like
Yeah,
one of the
first
first
page.
like
Electric metal.
it's like right underneath all the hollow one. It's in the first line there.
Oh, Electric Witch.
Metal.
Yeah, those are okay. It's not my favorite style, but I can see why you'd like them.
And then I really like the Underdark Flora metal dice because I mean they're pink sparkly and obviously.
The thing I'm most excited
Um,
about, aside from that, we might be doing a collaboration with their chest quests for a Dorktales chest.
That'd be so cool.
It'd be really cool because then we could run it on the channel. Is I really like what was I gonna say? I really like their balls. What was I gonna say? Oh, I'm spacey now.
You like their balls, eh?
I like their ball. I love their balls. They're just great. Oh, I love that they're working on D10 sets.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I'm really looking forward to getting it. They're doing them, I think, in gemstones. But I kind of hope they'll do a liquid core set at some point of 10.
I
I
don't think that'll be
found
bad.
I found a set for now. I'm just gonna post this in our chat here.
All right, okay. Let's look at that. So, hey, folks, we're just vamping until Winter gets back from saving a friend from melting her hair off.
Because honestly, the 10 from the 7 set are pretty awesome that are liquid core. So I kind of want a whole
Liquid
set of
core.
those.
What are these? Mushroom blues? What?
Just
Do they have little
click
mushrooms in
on
them?
it.
They do have little mushrooms. in them.
Yes, they have little mushrooms in it. It's
So-
blue. It's
so
blue.
dumb.
No.
I
So
saw
dumb.
somebody at one point that had made like a Stargate D20, and I
Hey,
really wanted it at
Stargate
the
game
time.
win. Are you running that for Extra Life or what?
Yeah, I'm gonna run that for Extra Life.
All right, good.
Question, Robin, did you see a chair for frogs dice?
No, where? Is
Because
it the
they're
red-
clear moss and toadstools and purple numbers.
What?
I'm glad you found your way here
Oh,
too,
the,
Heavy T. Heavy
the
T.
Stargate dice is $450. I can't get it.
Yeah, you can.
It's so expensive. It's huge. It's a 45 millimeter,
Nice.
and the Nat 20 is obviously the Earth symbol.
Oh, yeah, that
Oh
one.
my
Yeah,
god,
the one
it's
that's
so
right there. That's really cute.
pretty.
Hey, Kat, you're on you're broadcasting at 380, right?
480.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why is my internet being weird?
Do you need me to change it at all?
No, that's good. No, I'm on the right internet connection. I'm just getting a slight lag for some reason, so I don't know what's up. It is what it is. Turn off hide. Oh, turn off that. Boom, there we go. All right, so folks, we're just going to have a minute before we hop back in. Boop, boop, boop. We're just doing some online shopping. All of the price of the fake chests went way up.
I'm also doing some online shopping because I need a way to keep my magnetic lashes in better order.
There.
They take up way too much space in my drawers.
I tried to order some fake lashes, and then the company, I don't remember even where I ordered them from, they're like, yeah, we can't ship that. And I was just like, why not? And they're like, well, here's your money back. And I'm like, that's great, but I wanted the lashes.
Yeah,
Thanks
right?
for money, but I wanted the lashes.
That happened with me with some stuff that I ordered for Robin's game that's coming up. I ordered some scar wax because the character I'm playing has quite a few scars, and they're just like, "Oh yeah, your package was lost. Here's your money back." And I'm like, "I still need the wax, bros." So if anybody has,
That actually reminds me. Okay, I ordered something from AliExpress for an upcoming game in November. It has still not arrived. And
yeah,
like,
you should
the
make sure
deadline
because
for
they'll
the-
just complete the order, and then
No, it's saying it's in Victoria finally, but like Jesus, it's taken a while.
maybe there's
Oh,
another
talking
another
about taking
boat.
a while. Holy smokes. So my gender change application form got sent back to me because it was missing something that Service BC, when they checked it over, hadn't seen. And so they sent it in
no.
3 weeks ago when it was a 6 to 8 week wait to get everything back. So I'm like, okay, got another like 3 weeks or so before I can get everything back probably. And I called them when I got my application sent back to me. And I'm like, oh, can I get a timeline? You know, it's already been about 3 weeks that you've had my name change application in there too. And they're like, oh, well, because we had to send the one application back to you, your account's actually on hold. And now the wait times have actually increased. And because it's been on hold, it's now going to be 10 to 15 weeks.
Mm.
And I'm like,
my
are you kidding me?
So what does that mean for you? Was this for your passport? Was this for
This is just for my change of name certificate, so I can get a new birth certificate.
Oh
and
my god.
the gender marker application as well. And now it's going to be another 10 to 15 weeks. And
I'm
it's like,
sorry, friend.
guys, like I have like ID that needs to be updated. I mean, I have stuff that needs to be done.
I'm sorry. That's so frustrating. Oh my god.
Oh god. And now there's like hormone shortages too, and now I don't have estrogen for a month.
What?
Yeah, I don't have estrogen. Whee!
But your chestrogen.
But you need your
I know I
antihistamines.
need it.
I mean, you could just drink like a pound of spearmint tea a day.
But your
Accurate.
feminems.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
feminines.
Why did like? I'm sorry, I don't want to pick sides, but I feel like trans girls have way better names for stuff than trans men. I just think that they've come up with better names. I don't know if this is
especially
universal
feminines,
or if I just have more
antihistamines, and
trans femme
antibiotics.
friends.
Yeah,
Well,
what's the,
I do not know.
I don't know. I think part of
I
it
don't
is
know.
potentially like the trying to really fit into the concept of the gender,
Yeah, exactly. Like
whereas
it's
girls get to be cutesy, guys have
yeah.
to be tough, which
Yeah,
is
that's right.
bullshit. But
It's much easier.
People
to
tend
just
to buy
advantage
in when
into
they're first-
manliness.
kind of going, I can do this.
And I mean, I'm still so freshly trans that I'm just like, I'm definitely feminine, right? Right?
And you've kind of already been like that all the time.
Right?
It's kind of nice
Right.
to watch. Like there's a bit of balancing that happens.
I like
there.
that. Right. The drop
Right.
in your voice.
So,
Great.
I mean, I hope nobody takes this wrong, what I'm about to say, first of all. But I think it's really interesting to watch people as they go through a transition, because I think they try to overcorrect at first. and then they realize that, because it almost feels like a performance, and then they settle down into comfort into who they actually are.
Exactly. That's definitely
Because
how
you
it's been
are
on my
you are
end, for
much
sure.
more authentically feminine than you were a year ago.
Oh God, yeah.
It's kind of like swinging,
And
kind of
it's-
like
That's
Correct.
also
It's like
part of the reason
You've let the wrecking
why...
ball go to smash
Yeah.
the old gender norms that you were adhering to, and
Mhm.
it's kind of
Mhm.
swinging and slowly
I mean,
settling down to what your
that's-
normal is.
That's a lot of the reason why I haven't been so invested in like voice therapy stuff,
Hmm.
because
Mhm.
like I'm really happy with my progress, and I don't need right now to put the extra work into my voice and stuff. When I don't mind my voice, it's fine, and I can put a femme voice on when I pick up the phone or
Mhm.
talk on the radio, and I can use that to also punch sexist people too.
Well, and when you want to take the time and energy to do that, or if you never do, then you got time. Like,
Yeah.
Exactly.
you're not going
So-
anywhere.
Nope, that's for sure.
Nope. Damn straight. Speaking of people who went somewhere, welcome back, Winter.
Hey.
Did you
Did you
save
save
the
somebody's
hair?
hair? You saved the hair?
I think so. I took down a few different products and I did a couple test strands to see how strong it was still. But I think we're okay.
Oh,
I think we're okay.
All right.
Yay.
Pray for the
All right.
hair. Pray for the
I'm-
hair.
pray
I'm
for the
praying.
hair.
All right. So that did eat up some of our time. So I think, are you guys good to go till about 10:45 tonight?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm fine.
I'll aim us to wrap between 10:30 and 10:45 then at the latest, okay? And then we'll do our outros. But this is our first game back, so it's a little slower tonight, but that sounds good to me. So whoop.
I just cracked my neck and I feel a lot better.
Oh, hey, the painkillers and antihistamines finally kicked in on me, so I'm feeling good.
I had to take some painkillers at the break because I am
I still
super
wanna
sore
go.
from work today.
I still want to
I am
go
starting to
and
find it a
experience
little
a
wearing.
chiropractor and have my
Mm.
whole body
Big-
cracked like a glow stick.
Do it.
I mean, just
Oh,
come
I
by, I'll
wish.
crack you. I'm an unlicensed chiropractor.
Cool.
Yeah,
think it's-
I'm
it's
starting to find it a little wearing because I've been sitting for work all day and then sitting here for several hours now. So my back's
Okay.
starting to get kind of unhappy, but I can probably hold out for at least a half hour to 45.
Sounds good. We'll be a little more set when we're back in 2 weeks. All right, so folks, and this is our new night, so it'll be Tuesday nights bi-weekly for the rest of the season, and then when we go into season 5, we'll probably be going weekly again, but that's going to be like fall, probably. So, the other thing that I was going to say before we hop back in was... Oh, there was something important. What was it? Cracking your back like a glow stick. Oh, my ADHD is showing. Allergies. I guess it wasn't important.
Clearly.
Oh, I was waiting for Perception Studios to raid before we went back in. So hello, Perception Studio. Good to see you there, my friend. I hope you're having a great night tonight. We were just coming back from our break, so you made it just in time. Okay. Well, that was a nice, easy segue. Thanks very much. Boop, 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 boop. All right, let me just pop on our song, and then let's go. Do-do-do. Right. Without further ado, let's head back into the Shards of Nyrn, here on Dork Tales. Welcome back to the Shards of Nyrn, here on Dork Tales. As you board the Grand Duchess, the ship takes to the sky. And before long, you find yourselves sailing ever east, across the Cladessian wastes. The mana dunes shift beneath you, throwing all manner of illusion your way. You see other sand whales, gigas giants, armies, wandering in full mirage beneath you. The wastes swirl beneath you, winds and mists of cerulean and neon pinks dancing like translucent gossamer beneath you across the dunes. And before long, even that begins to fade away. Cadamus is at the helm, letting the Duchess do a lot of the work as he just kind of keeps an eye out over the terrain ahead. Menelros is guiding. So, what we're going to do is we're going to be riding in, doing our best to get to Logorol. It's a little tribal encampment that your mother's at.
Okay.
From there, she'll know what to do. My job was to get reinforcements. I didn't expect it to be you, but, it seems right that it was.
You think she's gonna be happy to see me?
Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't she be? I cannot wait, by the way. You're going to be able to meet old Kanui.
Who?
Kanui Stormtusk. Okay, when you were a kid, we used to tell stories about old Can. Do you remember?
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
He's basically your granddad.
Right.
I mean, your mother was a foundling, so she doesn't really have any hierarchy to speak of or any heredity to speak of. But old Kanui took her in. She was a child, raised her, taught her the ways of battle and muscle and all of that. I think he'll like you. There's a lot of your mother in you.
Right.
Just between us, though. Keep an eye on your friend Mars.
Of course.
I've seen that look. I mean, look, I kind of fibbed about my age earlier in front of your friends. You know that I went around a lot before I married your mother. I've seen a lot of lovelorn idiots ready to charge into hell.
Hopefully not literally. As often.
Yeah, well, in this case, it seems like it might be, okay? Don't let her do it. I know that you all think that you're really tough, but hell is hell. Capital H-E double sticks.
I know. And well, we're not gonna let her go off on her own.
Yeah,
I think she knows we have her back.
Does she?
Right now, she should.
Look, love can be something that picks you up. It can be something that bolsters you, but can also isolate you. It can also make you feel like nobody understands you. Well, it can make you feel like only one person understands you. And that can make you pretty damn lonely. Just make sure she knows, okay?
I will.
Because if she drags you into hell, I'm gonna kill her.
And if I walk in willingly, knowing what's coming,
Then I'll kill you.
that'll probably get me to hell faster.
No, I will make sure that you end up in limbo or something like that, young lady. You're gonna end up somewhere boring if I have anything to say about it.
Got it. Okay.
We're getting near the border. He gets a
Like,
far away look in his eyes as he looks over the edge of the ship.
It's been good catching up with you.
Yeah. It's been good catching up with you too. You could always look up Pop Pop if you were out traveling in the world. Keep your ears open. He's still out there, you know. Joined up with this roving circus thing a while ago.
What?
Yeah, this thing called the Academy of the Day.
What?
It's a roving school. It goes around Argeny. I think they were in Fandelia a few months ago.
Huh. Well, I'll definitely keep my ears out open.
Anyway, we're getting close to the edge of Orkesh. I guess I should tell everybody to go. Can you call everybody?
Yeah, sure. And Tia will essentially. I think it's using like a PA system of sorts that
Yeah,
we've got
there are
on the
magic
ship.
mouths throughout the ship.
Oh.
Boop, boop, boop.
We are almost at our destination. Everyone, please come on deck to discuss our plans. Please keep all limbs inside the aircraft at all times.
It's probably for the best. Alright, so as you are all assembled on deck, Manelros is going to go around and he pulls out one of his pouches. In there's this kind of modified wineskin. Well, more of a, well, it's a bladder skin at least, but the edge of it is much larger, almost like a cake icing bag, like a piping bag. All right, so we're nearing the edge of Orkesh. I think Tia will probably be fine, but the rest of you are going to have a little bit of trouble with it. I have enough Skaga root to go around for a couple of days, but we'll probably have to acquire some more once we actually touch down. This stuff is pretty unpleasant, but it'll keep the sickness from rotting away at you. So, yeah, I guess bottoms up. Hands?
Hands?
Hold out your hands, folks. It's time for a present.
Oh,
Mally is looking very worried about this.
I thought you were passing around a drink, not a...
I wish drinks go down easy. And with that, as you hold your hand out, Fadia, he is going to pipe into the center of your hand something that kind of looks like a brown-gray mulch of grass clippings. It smells acrid and like a combination of like Robitussin MD and wheatgrass.
Yum. Yummy, yummy, yummy.
Try to. My suggestion is to ball it up and swallow it with some wine.
Oh,
That stuff's rank.
that
Yeah, but
looks
it's fortifying.
lovely.
Well, it's either that or your bones
Okay.
melt.
I don't really like my bones melting.
Yeah.
Cheers. It's good. It's real good. He's gonna swallow it. Everybody who takes it, please make me a Constitution save.
I was gonna say there's gotta be a con save in here somewhere.
There it is.
Ah! Oh, do you count if my dice fell off my tray?
No,
You don't count it?
I won't
there's
count it.
that money. There's
I got a 15.
I also got a 15.
Okay, you're fine. You're fine.
23.
23.
23, and Tia, what'd you get?
Oh, you
yeah,
want Tia to
Tia's-
do one as well?
No, Tia's not gonna do it.
I'm just like,
I'll
Tia's not eating this shit.
Okay, Cadamus got a 17. Okay, everybody's gonna pass and manage to hold this down. It is
Unless
awful.
she gets sick from the smell.
Honestly, and the worst part about it is that even if you chase it with wine, it's going to leave a film in your mouth like you were eating like Valentine's Day hearts, like the chalk candies.
Ugh.
Oh. Ugh.
it should last for a day or two. You'll have to pretty regularly eat this stuff.
How do we tell when it runs out?
Has it gone through melting?
If you haven't had any by your third day, have it again. If it's before your third day and you start noticing things like your hair falling out, you're going to want to eat some.
Okay, so this is trial and error. All right, sounds good.
Keep an eye out for fatigue, wrinkles, dark circles. He turns to Cadamus. Dysfunction. Looks back at you all. Irregular menstrual cycles, I suppose?
Oh, I haven't had one of those.
Well, you might. Bring extra... There's not really much of a textile trade down there, so maybe bring your own cotton?
I hadn't thought of that, actually. That's still a new experience.
So, do orcs just free bleed, I guess? That's definitely metal.
What? Oh. Oh.
I mean, orcs have their own methods, but, I don't know. I mean, I kind of know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I was
What's
raised
your
over in
mom do?
Thestral.
Well, looking over, there's Orkesh. And, maybe glancing over the edge.
Fadia for sure. This is her
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
ex-home? Explodey home?
As you look over
Did
the
you just
edge,
say explodey hole?
Explodey home. This is where my home exploded. And like
Okay,
radiated away.
I heard something very different. It's all good though. Don't worry.
That's when you have too much spicy food. Then you have explodey hole.
Yeah. Which after that though, oof.
Wolf.
the land in front of you goes from being steppe land, desert, flowing into barren land, to where it looks like the sand has emerged again and been blown into sharp peaks. But these peaks jut out of the ground like knives, like claws. The area here is sharp, obsidian-tipped mountains. Mountains made of basalt, mountains made of chalk that blow and reform. There is nary a bit of vegetation as far as you can see, but there must be. Some places you'll see little bits of orange or purple fungi, moss, or other things like that, but for the most part it's barren, corrupted. And it stretches out bleakly into the horizon. Orkesh is pretty big, but we should be able to reach the village in about an hour. If we go too far, we'll be over toward White Hand's reach, and beyond, all the way down to the southeast, we'll be at the Stone Ocean. Anybody who wants to can make me an Arcana roll to see if they know anything about that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't think I do because that was a 3.
Oh boy, that's a 6 plus 9 is 15.
It's nice.
14.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20?
Yeah, my total would be a 9. So-
Same, dirty 20.
Dirty 20? Okay, Fadia, this is a little bit beyond your research, so I'm going to say that you don't quite make it. But both of you with the 20s are going to have heard of the Stone Ocean. The Stone Ocean is a stretch of seawater that is to the north of Fandelia. It's several hundred square nautical miles that due to the strange warping effects of the doom of Cladis, it randomly petrifies itself Imagine an ocean that goes from a liquid to a stony solid. Encasing
So no
everything.
beach day.
No beach day. It encases everyone and everything in stone. Sometimes things do not return to normal.
That feels like a really good alternate to the whole if the witch survives being dunked in water. Toss the criminal in. If he makes it out alive, the gods like him.
Let's just say that some people use that as a trial and error.
Nice. Nice. I like it.
At this rate, though, we should be about an hour to the west of the village. So long as we don't have any trouble.
Oh, don't jinx it. Do not.
Okay, I'm not jinxing it. We're not gonna have any. It's
Tia's gonna go and knock on the side of the Duchess just to.
Tia. You may make the random encounter roll.
Oh, no.
What am I rolling?
Oh, no.
You're rolling a d20, and you are. I am going to put the numbers you should not roll. Okay, roll the dice in 3, d20, 3, 2, 1.
I rolled a 14.
No random encounter in the air for you then.
Why would you put the list high? If you wanted a random encounter, you should have done low.
That's the air encounter.
Oh. Right, okay. Never mind.
In the
Thank you.
distance,
I understand.
those of you that have a perception score of 18 or higher, a passive perception, are going to see some of the clouds in the distance several miles away. A full bank of clouds are going to shift. And then you'll realize they're not clouds at all. Well, sort of. The clouds are wrapped around the wings of a bird that is about the size of 2 of the Duchess.
That's a big bird.
Those of you who have any Arcana any nature will recognize it as a rock. But there's something strange about this one. Anyone who has nature anybody's welcome to make a nature roll for me.
Oh my fucking god.
Pray for Amy's dice.
Not one.
Not one. That's a big bird.
17.
Okay, this is not so
19.
bad. That's a 13.
13. That's a rock. You're Tia. You're certain that's a rock. ROC.
That's a rock.
Okay. Asen, that's a big bird. That's like at least a pigeon. Fadia, what'd you get?
19.
Okay, and Malia, you got a 23?
17.
17, and Mars got a 17 as well, right?
Yeah. We actually stereoed it at the same time.
So, as you're looking at it, what you are going to notice as this thing is flying through the air is that it is hiding perfectly in the clouds. You're not sure exactly what it is, but the clouds in the distance are dense, thundercloud-like. And this bird seems perfectly complexioned to hide among storm clouds. And as it is flowing through the clouds, they seem to like pinch to it, like a natural camouflage, like it's trailing its own mist. And as it is, both of you are going to be able to see that its huge talons, large enough to pick up a hill giant in one grab, are crackling with electricity.
Is there such thing as a storm rock?
And Fadia, with your knowledge, you will know that the actual technical term is a thunderbolt rock.
Technically it's a thunderbolt rock. They exist.
We're going to avoid it. Correct?
I have a feeling that most of the stuff I do will not affect that thing.
Probably
So we
not.
should avoid.
No, we should have definitely stay away from that.
Fadia, you will know that thunderbolt rocks are immune to lightning damage. They are also capable of dealing it, and also have the ability to shed their feathers, which fall as electrified razor blades on their prey.
What the fuck? That's insane. Holy shit.
Suck on that, Matt Mercer. I can make crazy shit too.
So
I'm kidding. Don't suck on anything you don't want to.
But if you want to, go ahead.
While we're wearing shirt vests here.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, they are immune to lightning damage. They shoot lightning damage. Also, they can willingly shed their feathers, which are like electrified razor blades. So yeah, we should probably avoid
let's
it.
avoid that.
Not-
Do we have like Cabas? Can we
Hey,
camouflage the Duchess?
I mean, I could take it up into the clouds, but I mean, that thing's already in the clouds.
I feel like we need to figure out a way to put like something on it that can like reflect stuff back so it kind of disappears.
Do I know major illusion?
And light?
Let me see.
Do you have major illusion? That might work.
No, I only have minor. Sorry. I thought I might have, but apparently not. I'm looking through my spells and I do not have major illusion. Boy, that would be helpful, wouldn't it?
How much of an upcast on greater invisibility would be needed
Oh boy.
to make the ship invisible?
Oh my goodness.
A decent amount. A decent amount.
Do we have the offer on the table, Kelly?
Oh yeah, I forgot the offer exists in this game. The offer does exist, but this thing is in the distance. It doesn't look like it's noticed you.
Okay. Okay, cool.
If we offer to disguise us, he's gonna offer to play it back at us. We have to fight a thunderbolt rock.
No, reverse. Yeah. So Amy's the reason you don't have to fight that thing, by the way. So be happy.
Thanks, Amy.
Yay.
Yeah, but what are we gonna have to fight instead?
Well, that's a future us problem.
As you're sailing across the distance, the rock in the distance goes and dives down behind a mountain range, and plucks up something that makes this horrible noise that echoes across the distance. And as the rock resurfaces from behind the mountain, it lands on one of the jagged peaks and tears apart what looks like an immense, like a huge sized basilisk with its teeth. And only then, as it takes about 10 seconds for it to emerge back up to the top of the mountain, only then do you hear the sound of thunder from its initial descent, like a peregrine falcon.
So that's a good distance away then.
Hey, Catamus, can this thing go any faster?
I can.
Do you think we could try and put as much distance?
I'm working on
Okay.
it.
Okay.
We've got to keep
Do you
going
need
the
a
way that
hand?
we're going. Do I need a hand? I don't. You don't know how to fly this thing. Shut up.
No, but I'm
Let's just let him
magic.
do his thing.
Okay. Okay.
How much farther are we, Mineros? You're not terribly far. We just need to keep our eyes out. There might be there should be signs. The village occasionally does I don't know, has hunting parties, things like that. It's a little hard to see from the air. It's pretty, I don't know, keep your eyes out. Anybody who wants to can make me a perception roll.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Why?
23.
23?
Wow.
Yeah.
Nat 1 for Fadia. You're going in the timeout chair.
You just can't stop looking back at the rock.
Yeah,
Just like-
Fadia's
I'm
just like...
If I keep looking at it, it can't sneak up on us. That's what
Yeah,
you're thinking right there.
Yeah, Fadia's just like this out the back of the boat, just like...
Tia's got a 16 because thankfully I actually have like a decent perception
Perfect.
bonus.
Okay. 16,
29.
20. Holy shit. Okay. Malia, that's yours. Mars, what'd you get?
It was a perception.
Yeah, if you're looking around.
14.
14? Okay. You're going to start, you and Asen are going to start to hear a little bit of stuff on top of the mechanism. The sound of what sounds like a very distant roar. Very deep, animalistic, very, very bestial. Very, mammalian. Tia, what'd you get on yours?
That was a grand total of 16 because I have
16?
a +9 to my perception rolls.
Nice. So you're going to hear about the same thing. But the rest of you, Malia, is going to hear the sound of combat echoing up from the harsh environment below. As you head to the side of the bridge to check it out, you're going to look down and see what look like to be a pair of orcs facing off against a creature, a gargantuan creature made of stone and hair that walks like a gorilla on 6 legs,
Has many legs.
with an immense mouth that is incredibly fanged. In fact, it kind of looks like this.
Huh. She's gonna kind of be leaning over the side, looking at it, and kind of call back to Manelrose and be like, so what sort of creature looks like a gorilla and on 6 legs and stone?
Holy shit.
What?
Well, that's your cousin.
I have a cousin?
Your cousin's a gorilla?
No,
Wow.
the thing that it's trying to rip apart is your cousin.
Oh, sorry, I was looking at the rock, making sure it doesn't get any closer to us.
So we're gonna go help them, right?
Yeah,
Is this like a
anchors away?
good side of the family thing?
I have no idea.
Well, that's why I'm asking your dad.
Against White Hand, every side of the family is a good side of the family.
Alright, well, I don't know
Fair
if they're
enough.
against White Hand or not.
How far away are they at the moment, Kelly?
Right now, probably about, I'd say they're about a mile down. Kind of
Oh,
diagonal.
okay,
and
they're
out.
long. We are very high. Okay.
You're very, well, you're not a mile up in the air. You're probably about 800 feet in the air. To maybe 1,200. So they're probably about
How much
1,200.
damage would that be? to fall?
It maxes out. Falling D&D 5e falling damage max. It maxes at 20d6.
96.
So what do? Do we go down
Okay.
there and help them?
Yes.
Yeah, I probably.
All right, everybody, hold on to your asses.
I'm gonna hold on to the ship.
Same.
Diving. Catamus is going to put the ship in down mode and gets a 29 on his pilot check.
Nice.
Ah, God, I want to do something stupid.
What do you want to do? Teleport?
No, I want to jump off the ship. Because...
Do you have Featherfall?
No, I have a different ability.
Oh
Okay.
my god. I mean, we're not gonna stop you. We might be surprised
so
at it.
the ship
true.
is going to dart its way down. I said a mile. It's not quite that much, but it is kind of like you are kind of diagonally up. So as the ship is banking, you're going to probably be about 20 stories up, probably about I'd say about 400 feet above it as the ship is banking down toward this combat where a pair of orcs are fending off one of these things. It looks like a hunting party gone wrong. You can see that there are 2 other orcs that are splayed out on the ground. One of them is missing a leg.
Alright, Vadia's gonna yeet off the side of the ship.
Hey, what you doing?
I'll meet you down there!
Okay, and Fadia, what do you do?
I'm just gonna use my falling star ability. So, when I fall from a great height, I subtract 10 feet per character level when determining damage taken in the fall.
Okay,
So 130
okay, so you're,
feet?
So that means you're still
Off
gonna
of
take
800?
400. 400.
400. That's
Okay.
200. So it's still 26. Okay, never mind. I read it wrong, but I thought I did it. I thought you said incredibly resistant, so I was resistant to falling damage too, but that's not the sentence that you
No, it's because you
typed.
subtract your character level. That's pretty damn resistant.
That is pretty damn resistant.
Would you like to cast
But when
Featherfall?
it's
I would like to cast Featherfall on myself.
When would you like to cast Featherfall? So you fall, what is it? You fall 500 feet per round. So you can use your, I guess you can cast it midway down.
Yeah, I'll cast it midway down.
Okay. Is anybody else jumping off too?
I think when we get a little closer, Tia may drop both of the wild shape to do an air elemental. Because
I mean, I just rolled 20d6 on the Google Dice Roller, and it's only 65 damage. So
When we get
you
to
take that
two-
chance.
when we get to 240 feet, Asen's gonna open fire on the thing.
Okay. So the ship strafes down into range. Fadia yeets off the edge. Asen draws the weapon, and as you tuck it into your arm, it is going to just slowly light up with blue light. And you are going to hear a voice that kind of echoes through your head. It's audible to other people if they're close, but it's almost like bone conduction headphones. Hello. Welcome to Radiance. Scanning. Genome accepted. Who are you?
Asen?
Hello, Asen. I'm Radiance.
Hello, Radiance. So, what do you want me to do here?
Tell me who you want to kill.
That big rock creature down there.
Target acquired. And as that happens, you are going to see this little interface like glow in the air as if a magic window had been opened. And your sight is going to auto-correct to that.
Yes. So, first round of combat, I'm gonna make 3 attacks, Kelly.
Okay.
And I'm gonna take the -5 + 10 on this.
That sounds great. Go ahead.
Okay. And so, when I make a ranged attack with this weapon against the target, I have advantage on the roll.
Okay, sounds
Does
good.
that mean I have advantage on all 3 of these?
If it is your target, yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. Ah, my dice went bye-bye. That's gone forever. Okay, we have a nat 20
Okay.
on one of them. Was character sheet, and what do I add to this? I add 9, so then I have a 25 and a 16. Oh, wait. That was on initial roll, so that was a 25 and a 16.
Okay.
And with advantage, that's gonna be higher numbers. It's gonna be a 28 and a dirty 20.
Okay,
Okay.
those are with the -5s?
Those are with the -5s.
Okay, those are gonna hit.
Thank you, advantage. Okay, and then these are gonna be. Hold on, I've never used this weapon before. These are D10s. Always exciting when you get to use a new weapon for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so these are 3 D10s, and that is a 10, 19, 24, 34, 44, 54, Radiant damage.
Okay, did you remember if the attack hits?
Oh, Oh, an extra 3d6 piercing damage. Okay, so
Yes.
that was...
And you critted.
Oh my god, I did crit on the one too. So that's an additional 7 points of damage on that, and then
Reminder that you get to do this once per day.
yeah. So then 3d6.
Just before the entire rest of the party shits themselves.
Yeah. Oh god, so what did I say? That was 54 damage initially. Plus 6. Plus 12, 13, 14. And do I do an extra... Oh god, that's 3d6 on each hit.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
and double on the
Jesus
crit.
Christ. And double on the crit, okay. Plus 6. 3, okay, that's the first one done. And then plus 2.
And did you add the extra damage for the -5 plus 10?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
So that was 54 radiant damage and 57 piercing damage.
Okay.
For a total of 111 points of damage. I'm pretty sure I did all that math correctly.
Okay, sounds good. All right. You're going to lean out. That is going to... The gun is going to stretch out, extending into a full rifle barrel, and is going to fire 3 shots in rapid succession. Doosh, doosh, doosh. Piercing into this thing. As it slams to the side, it's going to let out this low... everyone else, Fadia, you are headed down the side, kind of floating down. Is there anything that you are going to do as you are in range? Use your reaction to cast Featherfall.
I guess, yeah, if we're doing this, like, round style,
If we want to, everybody else can... Tell you what, why don't I get everybody to quickly roll me initiative just to see the order of operations, assuming that Asen got the starter round. Okay, so Asen started us off, which means that we will go, then it goes winter. What'd you get, Fadia? 14? Okay.
Yeah.
It'll go winter, then it'll go Christine, then it will go between you two. So, winter, what do you... Yeah, between Fadia and...
So I'm gonna go on my actual... Because did Asen wait until the ship was closer?
No, she
At
waited
240
jump off?
feet, she opened fire.
20?
240.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought she said 20.
She did not. No. All right. So the ship is about 200 feet away at this point, as Fadia is floating down as well. Fadia is about 100 feet off the ground. Winter, what is Mars doing?
How large is the ship?
The ship is quite large. The ship is about the size of like a pirate ship,
Okay. And
like a galleon.
my plan is
bit
when it
smaller.
gets close enough, I want to try to sneak on.
Sneak on to...
Like, it's another ship that's like coming towards us?
No, there's a monster on the ground.
Oh, the monster. Okay. Yeah, I was just like, was Cat attacking a ship? Okay, so the monster.
The gorilla thing.
Okay. Does it still have 6 legs?
Yeah, it does. They're pretty bloody.
Okay, and about 200 feet away from that.
And closing, yeah.
Okay. How fast are we going?
Pretty damn fast. You're diving quite fast.
Okay. Well, I'm not exactly a very airborne person, so I may have to hold my turn until I get closer.
Cool. You are in range of Eldritch Blast, though. If that's what you want to do. I don't know. Your call.
No.
Okay, sounds good. We'll do a hold until on Cadamus's turn you'll be within about 50 feet. Malia, what do you do?
Dwarves are not aerodynamic. I'm gonna wait.
Okay.
Until we actually get on the ground.
Okay, Fadia, you are tied with Tia. What are you two doing?
I was gonna let Fadia go first.
Okay, Fadia, you're falling. You're about 100 feet above this thing. Aeson just strafed it with shots from her rifle.
Right. So I think Fadia is going to hold her turn because she doesn't have spells that are 100 feet.
What? How slow do you descend on Featherfall?
It is 60 feet per round.
Okay, so then on your round, you will be 40 feet away at the end of your round.
Okay, cool.
Because you have 60
At
foot
the
movement,
end-
then you're going.
Yeah. Choo. Just quickly. So, Fadia is going to kind of. Is it still cloudy outside? Like this area is all cloudy and overcast? Okay,
it's
cool.
quite cloudy.
Fadia is going to just like as she's falling, she's going to stick her hand out very much, and be like, "So I know this is your thing, Malia, but I'm sorry. Lightning bolt on the monster. She's gonna call from the heavens.
Okay.
And a lightning bolt.
All right. Give me damage.
You need to make a dex saving throw.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pull up the
I
dice
got a
roller.
21.
All right, so you'll take half of 8d6.
Still good.
Yeah. Okay, Google. I said 8d6. Why'd you give me 1? What? All right, so I'll be 30 points. So half will be 15 points of lightning damage.
All right. A
And-
lightning bolt crackles in the air and strikes down into this creature. What else do you do?
But that's gonna be it. That's
Okay.
action is the kid's the spell and falling is the movement, and I have no
Alright.
bonus action.
Sounds good. God, its initiative is
And
last.
yeah, for Eldritch Blast, it's 120 feet.
Okay.
Yep, so I was just reading up on it to make sure, and I was like, I don't think
Fair.
I
I
was
wasn't sure if you
but
took the evocation that lets you do it at range.
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. So Tia, what do you do?
So I was gonna do air elemental. I've changed my mind. I'm gonna do something stupid. I'm going to wild shape into a bird, and I'm going to fly down into range of 150 feet, and then so stupid. Why am I doing this? Going to
Oh, dear.
cast, assuming that there is just double checking location of the things. Is it flanked? Because if I can drop something onto a 10-foot cube on top of this thing, I'm gonna do that.
You absolutely can. They are trying to get away from it.
Yeah, okay, cool. So I'm going to cast Firestorm, which is an area consisting of up to 10 10-foot cubes. So I'm just gonna basically hit all the area that does not quite hit the people who are fleeing. And each creature, and it needs to make a dex saving throw.
All right.
And
That is a
save
15.
My save is 20, I believe. And then, one moment. It takes 7d10 fire damage on a failed save.
All right. Roll 7d10.
I'm gonna do that. And we're gonna use a Google roller because I don't want to pull dice out. That is 40 fire damage. 40 fire on a failed, and the fire damage.
How do you
is-
do it?
just like Tia is like basically turns into a bird, drops, and I think then is going to, if you will permit it, like would.
You did 40 out of 40 of its hit points and damage.
Yeah,
so.
okay. Sorry, I've got my order is wrong here. She's jumping off the edge, is falling, is going to cast, and then is going to turn into a bird so that she doesn't just fall into the ground to catch her fall, basically. And it's just going to, like, basically, she's just gonna, like, do her, it's verbal somatic. So she's just going to do, like, a motion, and it's just going to basically just, like, drop, like, fire shoots out, and then just kind of, like, ignites. Like it sparks up.
Okay.
And then she just poof into a bird.
All right. Pooping into a bird. This creature is going to be engulfed in flame and is going to take a step forward toward its prey, crackle a bit in its char, and then just collapse into a burnt husk. The ship is going to lower down to about 30 feet off the ground at that point. Anybody want to ask them if they need a lift?
I don't know. It seems like they have it under control.
And lightning still kind of crackling in the air above Fadia is going to float down to the ground about that point.
Okay, to be fair, 60 feet a second is pretty damn fast. Or 60 feet around.
Yeah, but I'm assuming the last few the landing's pretty floaty. Otherwise, you'd break an ankle.
Well, no, because then I'll use the falling star effect is just.
Oh, sorry. Then
so
Fadia falls 60
ground.
feet and like lands on a knee with a fist down. There we go.
Exactly. That's what I wanted. That's literally the only thing I wanted to do with that falling star thing. That's literally the only thing I wanted to do with that.
And
Thank
the
you for
really
giving
funny
me
thing that I'm
superhero
thinking of is like Fadia like landing nice and soft and daintily, and then I was just like, oh, I'm really close to it now. I should use my Eldritch Blast, and then like boom right into it into the ground and just bang.
All right, so you explode the corpse.
Can I?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just for fun, funsies.
Yeah, you don't even need to roll. It explodes, rains of ash falling everywhere around, and as that happens,
She's just not a good character for like guessing how fast she's falling.
Fair. One of the orcs is going to step forward as the ash rains down everywhere around them, and she was going to hold up a spear in your direction, and an orc is going to say, "Who the fuck are you?"
I think Tia's gonna land and shift back into her humanoid form.
Brooka.
That's my mother. I'm Tia Armstrong.
You're just
We're
in
here
time
to
for
help.
You're just in time for the funeral. I think I'm gonna call game there.
Whoa.
Ooh.
All right, so folks, that's going to be it from us tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed that. We're going to be back in 2 weeks on next Tuesday, so be sure to tune in for that game. In the meanwhile, definitely go check out bookwyrmgames.com for all of your dice lollipop, tea, chest quest, all of your needs in that regard. Be sure to use code DorkTales2023 to let them know that we sent you, and hopefully they'll stay our sponsor for future months. That'd be pretty rad. Definitely check them out. They're a good company. Also, if you are a fan of what we do here and want to see more homebrew content, definitely go and let us know over on patreon.com/dorktales. We got a lot of homebrew coming in the next couple of months and a bunch of great stuff. Last night we just recorded the first episode of Hunter the Vigil Summons, which is our brand new Hunter the Vigil series, and I think it went pretty well. Robin, what do you think? Pretty well? Good?
Finding my unmute button. Yes. No, it was real fun. You should all join the Patreon to get early access, because who knows when it's gonna be, potentially like rebroadcast in the whole sense of things, because our schedule is bonkers.
It's getting bonkers.
So I would really recommend do it because it was really fun and real creepy, and Kelly is a freaking genius, as
Oh,
always.
Thank you. You can join the likes of some of the most amazing people in the world, like my world building producer, Soul Omen, who has some stuff involving the Rotrane Sultanate coming up very soon. That is her baby with some tweaks. Then you can also join the likes of my divine producer, my mom, and I guess my stepdad, who are wonderful people, as well as my demonic producer, Precarious, my Wizard of the Patreon, Tammy the Forever Cleric, and my High Council of the Patreon, Taryn the Traveler, Buddy, Trizelta, Amberthist, Cubby Gummy, Raven with Baubles, Karasha Urquhart, Drew Thompson, Sergio, Chef Aladeth, Larouk, and Sorcerer Sanguine. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, and we will see you next time here on the Shards of Nyrn. Good night, everybody. Thank you.